how we see fit. All right, so let's go ahead and start at the very start of the inception of Overdress with the start decks. So this specifically is going to be the first 5 start decks, the one for Nirvana, Bruce, Bastion, Magnolia, and Prison, that basically just had their units, a couple of supporting units and triggers, and that was about it. How impactful are we thinking this one was?
Probably say super impactful, because that's what people were using to understand the game. We actually see these boss cards over and over again, so there's, it makes sense to me for it to be a good beginner set and a good impactful one too.
Unfortunately, I think it's one of the best deck products to the date that we have for standard.
It was cheap too.
Yeah, it's the cheapest deck product we've had as well. So then after that, we had the actual genesis of Overdress with Genesis of the 5 Greats. This was the very first Overdress set that, of course, gave us the Overtrigger. It gave us the new PGs that are units that are based on the number of cards in hand. This is the start of Zorga, Hexorb, Orphis, Baromagus as decks that were available, as well as providing support for the existing start decks that we just went over. What do we think about this one?
It sucks as Baromagus in it.
All right. I will argue that it was the best because it has Baromagus in it.
Can we make its own tier because Baromagus in it has like its own
You do
tier.
know Zorga's in this, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason we have to keep it up there. No, I'm just messing. No, it's a good set, honestly. With it having the new perfect guards, which everyone needed. Actually, this set became so impactful that it got overpriced. That's how much this product got bought, and everyone needed everything from it. The triggers, the PGs, the boss cards. Like, this was a very, in a way, inflated set. I remember when I was opening for it, like a week or two passed, and the prices just went like... And I was like...
Then, next up, we have ourselves the Festival Collection 2021. I actually recently did an opening for this on the channel. Yeah, this Festival Collection was very interesting because, especially compared to the ones we have today, the one that's coming out this week, where it is just like the hottest product that's ever been printed, and it just flies off the shelves and it has all these crazy impactful cards. This set really had 3 cards that, or like 5 cards that were new to the game, but I don't think even at the time they saw any play, and it was mainly full of super high rarity of cards that were in the trial deck. So any of the common cards were triple rare, and also super shiny SP versions, frameless, beautiful cards of the trial deck ride line, and also their triggers.
The one thing they did right with the set was that they introduced the full arts for the triggers and the ride line, and that is something we have yet to see basically since then. Except for Lyrical Set 1, because they had the LSPs or LSRs, whatever they're called, with the full art. And those also came with the full art triggers. But those are the only 2 times we've seen that happen, and I'm not gonna lie, I really missed that because Vanguard art is so beautiful. And like I said, that's the only thing the set did right. I will say the other stuff about it was a little lackluster. It was exciting because, like, oh, I have my trial deck and I can upgrade it, and then I could upgrade my ride line. It was cool and all, but they needed to put, like, I guess more stuff in it to keep it actually worth buying. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to open a single pack from this set for the very reason of why would I? Like, I have no reason to, aside from wanting to open an SP, but I could just literally go online and just get a single instead. And that's, in this situation, it would be cheaper to do that by like a long run. So.
Yep. I do remember trying to get this set, specifically trying to get, I think maybe the best out of the new cards here, which was the Kusi, the Circaia Grade 1, that's like 15k.
I forgot about that card. The card became so irrelevant after set 3.
Yep. But when this came out, it was like
that
playable.
is one of the cards, yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, not a good set. Would you be interested if Bushiroad, in their infinite wisdom, in maybe the future or their closer future, they release a set that's similar to this, that's just full of like rarity bumps for a bunch of cards and SPs, but it has like no new cards?
I think if they did what they did just now in Shadowverse, where they have a whole set dedicated to completely different alt arts of the same cards that have been already out, that would be cool. So like a Nirvana, but just completely changed. Like it's like a winter edition. instead of like a fire edition, but it's still
Right.
Nirvana. Or like, you know, just stuff like that, something unique, because like Shadowverse just did something like this, and it was actually really like hype, because like they're the same exact units, they're reprints, they're full arts, they're SPs, they're pretty, whatever, but they're literally but they're just reprints, but they're so exciting because it's a completely new art of all of them. I think something like that would be cool. And I think, yeah, like that would be a really cool way. But the issue, like I said, if they do something like as if it's for like this set, like for example, if the cards are for like these, I personally might not be as interested, but I think for nostalgic purposes, other people would be like a lot. Like imagine like a Bear Magnus, but he's in like a swimsuit. Like think about it. You know, he's got his trunks on, he's about to go swimming. It would be really cool. Or like they do the same thing with Haxorb or Zorga or Nirvana, but they put Nirvana with like cute little animals and all that stuff because it's a bird, obviously. You know, just stuff like that. I think that would be a really cool. It doesn't have to be swimsuit edition. It could be a winter style. It could be like some kind of specific thing where it's like a certain like holiday or something. I think something like that would be cool because then people can have the nostalgia of having their favorite unit from the beginning of D, and they could also have a reprint on top of that in a sense. But I think personally it might be a little bit better for like maybe Divine, like they do a reprint of Divine, like the Divine cards, but they do them with all the special alt arts, and they all have completely different looks and everything. I think that would be a better thing to do, and maybe this could be like a 10-year anniversary thing that they could do.
Jumping off this, I believe it was the same exact day we got Lyrical 1.
I think it was a week apart.
It was a week apart? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It was like that dropped, and the next week the LBTO1 dropped.
Okay, yeah, that probably makes sense. But this is apparently the set that I apparently get flack for saying that it wasn't impactful for.
It has a cat in it! It has the PGs and triggers. It's the same argument as BTO1!
So this set, I will say it is actually impactful because this set, I'm pretty sure specifically this set that caused, or at least it's led to the discussion of the 8 max. No, the 8 max triggers rule that we have now, because when this released in Japan, everyone's playing like 16 crits because they had access to 16 crits in those decks. Yeah, and then you can do that in the cat as well. And then right before this set came out, they decided to update the rule. Like, no, you just can't do that. That ain't right.
Yeah, because these people started thinking about Zorga too, and then Bruce was like a conversation. It kind of like started with like Ballista and Loneral, and like that's like, and then like you were saying, like every deck was playing basically 12 to 16 year triggers. It started getting real bad. So they, especially since the Loneral had the guard restrict, so you just check 2 crits and you're dead, and it just increased the chance of that happening. So they definitely have to cut back, which is kind of funny. We still to this day have yet to go back. I don't think we're going to go back, but it is interesting that since then we've been honestly, I don't even miss it. I know that sounds weird, but I'm actually very okay with there being just 8 crits. Like crits are very game swaying, you know, so I think it's good to keep them at 8.
So another thing about this set, which is why I usually give it flack for, is that this set sold like horribly in the market, and even to this day it is the cheapest Vanguard set you can find, typically for like $16. And I believe what happened was that there was a lot of hype around this set, I guess because Bermuda sets did really well in either V or P or whatever. So I think sellers bought a lot of this, and then it turned out that, you know, people were just buying singles or something of that case, or there was just so much product. Because I remember being able to get like Lorneral and everyone else for like cents. Like,
so to be honest with you, the Lyrical never sells well.
hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you all are doing all right on this Tuesday, right? That's Tuesday, right? So hopefully you guys are doing all right. I saw a message on one of the VODs saying that the streams are always really low, which is concerning because I always feel like I'm loud as fuck. But just to make sure, I've put up everything, so today I will be as loud as humanly possible, and we'll see if that's loud enough. If not, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. $2,016. Requesting how much would you sell a semi-upgraded Shiranui deck for, or could you just trade it for a Bladmire deck? I mean, Shiranui is still really good, So you could do a 1-to-1 trade for a Vladimir deck, but the Shiranui deck I think would be... I don't know, actually. If it'll be more expensive or less expensive. I think it'll be more expensive because it depends if you have like the cyclers and the donation card. That really will be where the price will go into, honestly. Hey Blue Saber, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Already has a Premier CC option. It's set to called Gargan. Yeah. Remember, I told y'all that card was gonna come up. I don't know if it actually is useful, but we'll see. Why am I so quiet? Me when I lie. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How you doing, show? Some hard getter maniac who doesn't have access to CFA has been testing Holden all day long on testing Holden all day long on his behalf. Interesting. We'll see if we can test that today. I don't know. Seems fine. I had the same impression I do when I saw it in the anime. I was like, yeah, this is a deck that exists. Other than that, it's just kind of there. I didn't really have any like high or low hopes for Holden beforehand. It was just a deck, right? Let's get rid of this. Like I had mentioned before, the I don't really care too much about the Descent one. The Dragon Empire one, I'm a little bit more sold on, but Love Address, I'll have to actually be able to play it when it's playable with like the actual markers. But other than that, all of them are kind of meh. I'm still holding out for Impaldino, but we'll find out about that Thursday apparently. He's weird, kind of. If we test it live, the live title should be called New Olden is not Aldante. Olden smells like a 18 combo deck, but I'm still on the stove thinking of what to do. Smells to you like an 18 attack combo deck. 18 attacks? Baby, we're in standard. Where do you get the extra, I don't know, 13 attacks from? Oh, I mean, hey, if that's true, that'd be baller, but I don't know if that's actually possible. Oh, this is lowered. Okay, so that's why. Let's put down the music a tiny bit here, there, and then so I don't become any more deaf than I already am. Lower it for myself. There we go. All right, and just give me 1 second. All right. Psycholia? What about Psycholia? Oh, if you get 18 attacks, I guess you'd have Psycholia. There's giving people alt mount flashbacks. Now people think you can attack 9 times. I don't know about all that. I feel like it was a pretty standard deck, but hey, maybe I'm missing out on the sauce. I'm really looking forward to the anime discussion for today for this chat, not gonna lie. Yeah. We're gonna go into that a lot more than usual, to be honest, given the bombshell we got this past Friday. We're calling mid-battle phase? Yeah, but 18 seems like a bit much, no? I don't know how much you can overcall, but I don't know. We'll see it. I'm not super familiar with the existing Olden stuff that well. I have all the cards, I just, never really played it that well to know it off the top of my head. But yeah, so we'll go over the reveals for this morning, which include the new Olden, and a couple of Zorga cards that I don't think anyone cares about, but we can see. Well, of course, as Bojang mentioned, we'll talk about the anime, because they drop like bombshell after bombshell after bombshell, and there's some things that I also wanted to show that ties back to what we were talking about before in previous streams. So we'll take a look at that. We have some results from over in Japan. We'll take a look at those. And we have an update from last Tuesday where we're talking about the new English product that the Twitter account for Cardfight was teasing. We now know what that is and we have more details, so we'll go into that. But before all that, as usual, we'll go into the card of the day. I should really update this to cards of the day. I put it in parentheses, but it's always more than one. So yeah, 18 is in that agree, but I trust you with the sauce. So we'll see. I'll see what I can cook up. Oh no, bro. The Zorga grade 1 is cracked. Is it? Like, I feel like it is, but I feel like no one's talked about it. Because, like, you can just get orders super easily, so it just makes the deck better, it seems, but I haven't read it as much. As far as useless, they took one card that was great, said it should be 2 separate cards, and make the 2 have 0 meaning being part of this timeline. Interesting. Let's see. But before that, we'll first take a look at this fella here. Death Song of Moon White Oval here, who is one of the cards that I was trying to figure out what slot they would be in, because we unfortunately have like all of Dark States for set 4 revealed, and I was trying to figure out what possible deck they were going to update in this set, and it turns out it was Omnia Grujo, who I had kind of pointed as one of the ones that might get updated this set. Sorry, just turning my fan towards me. Or my so Omnia Grujo went ahead and it got its own card here. Yeah, there's no Ashura crossover. Just like I originally thought, excuse me, the Bifrons worked in Omnia Grujo also, but it does not. It only works in Astoria. But this says when this is put into rear, from rear into soul by the ability of your greater Vanguard with Omnia Grujo in its card name, choose 2 units and they get 5k at the end of the turn. That's great, I guess. It's a common, so that's fine. The art is kind of crazy, but we're always gonna put in well, I forgot what that guy's name was, but something dealer, right? Because he counts those 2 cards. So I don't think this will ever see play, but hey, it's a nice little cute option. Hey Douglas, how you doing? If they fumble and punt, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, me too. Me too. Rune Collector. There we go. But I said dealer. That's not right. Rune Collector. Yeah, you're always gonna want to put in Rune Collector anyways. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. So far for the grade 1, not too great. But we also got a grade 2 here in the Scrolling Demon Husk Glass Horribilis here, who has one effect that just says once per turn when this unit attacks, if your bind zone has 2 or more different types of trigger icons, the units get 5k until the end of the battle. Not like per or anything like that, it just gets 5k flat, that's it. And then you can Energy Blast 3 to draw 1 card. And that's kind of it. Daisuke is a card. Parp's hard. Yeah, I guess this does smell like Daisuke is all over it, considering I can actually, this is probably the most pleasing Daisuke Isekai art for me, because I can actually tell the details, because usually I don't know what the fuck is going on, but here I can actually make out the details and like where the wings and the cape and ends and start and stuff like that. So should have gotten Fabrino support. I mean, we technically did get Fabrino support. We got the grade 1, I think it is, that counts as grade 3. So they secretly put in Fabrino and Graham Grace support in this set. What game is this? This is CurlyHairedVanguard. Going over the cards that were revealed sometime, but these are for cards coming up in the upcoming set in Japan for CurlyHairedVanguard. Yeah, this doesn't really help much. I don't really know. I haven't played Omnia Grujo since set 13, to be honest. I don't know what it is that the deck needs. I can't say that Energy Blast 3 to draw 1 and get 5k is really what the deck needed, to be honest. So this is like cool, I guess, but it's just falling into that whole bucket of like, this set is kind of weird where it's not giving a lot of crazy support. Wait, isn't Buddy Fight X? It is not indeed Buddy Fight X, unfortunately. As much as we talk about Buddy Fight in this chat, for whatever reason, especially when it comes up to Vanguard, it is not the case. I don't think anyone has played Snake since 13, like Megalaguchi? No, I don't think so. Can I download it on my mobile? Technically, yes, you can. You can technically download it on your mobile device. If you have an Android specifically, you can get the unofficial simulator Vang Pro, so you can actually play the game on your phone and with other people. If you have an iPhone like me, I guess you just go fuck yourself because it's not available in the Apple Store yet. But no hate towards the developer or anything like that. This is the best TCG card fight Vanguard. Damn straight. Is Gujo a snake as well? Yeah, it's technically a snake, yeah. It's more like a cobra, I guess, but yeah, I guess cobras are snakes, huh? Vang Pro is hella easy and simple to use? Yeah, I wouldn't know. I can't use it. Well, yeah, it seems to be pretty easy to use. New Gujo build. I know it's also on PC. I'm just so used to CFA, so. New Gujo builds is already including energy cyclers, so this card doesn't sound like a 4-of, but rather a backup attack from Gujo, which you already had, right? Because we have the main attacker in, I think it was Misery Wing, and then we got the Wolf Girl in set 13 that was a backup attacker because she got plus 10k and she called something out. So I don't know where this actually helps out, to be honest, but we'll see. I send the link so I can download. I do not personally have the link, so I will not be able to send it, unfortunately. I don't think anyone can send links in chat, unfortunately, because of the way YouTube chat works. It just doesn't allow anyone to send links. Unfortunately, you would just have to Google Vang Pro and it should come up, hopefully. Or if you just look it up in the Google Play Store, it should come up. Vang Pro, as Immortal Blank said a few chats ago. Currently, I did a spice barrel list. How can I send it to you? So you can either go to you can either get suckered into joining my Discord. If you're not already there, you can send it there, post it somewhere, and I can take a look at it. You can DM me on Twitter, I guess, is the only other way that I can see it. That's about it. This is already power creeping Misery Ring drop, though, as it's once per turn instead of on place. Fair. Yeah, that's a good point. You can draw with this every single time you attack. Misery Ring is only on place. Soul is a less replenishable resource than energy, right? So that's fair. But Misery Wing still also gets a lot bigger. Because Misery Wing is, I think, 5k for every different icon, right? So that fella gets really big. But I don't know. Sure. Looking forward to seeing this barrel list. Oh yeah, Linda. We're just gonna say Linda. Still exists in both Omnium and Astoria. Yep, I played like one in Astoria, that's about it. That struggles with Soul. I mean, you don't struggle with Soul, it's just you don't really want to Soul Blast 2. But Soul is weird in Omnium Gujo because you don't really need it. Aside from Misery Ring, that's about it. And you just always have to put something into Soul. But so that's alright. Yeah, not all of them are Soul Charge spam. Unfortunately. No. Lucky for them, they don't have to rely on Soul Charge. It's precise Soul Charging. Not even. You don't even need to Soul Charge at all in that deck, to be honest. The only Soul Charging you do is from the ride line. And I don't even call that Soul Charging, but you're just trying to pull triggers out. That's about it, really. Can't really use your Soul that much. Yeah, I mean, you can technically try and use your Soul. Because you have like the Dragon Tree grid one that used to be played, but that was Soul Blast 2 to call something else out from Soul, which was typically the Rune Collector, so you can play it back into Soul. So you can't really toolbox your Soul per se, but it's an interesting deck, to say the least. Much like we have here the right-armed Gun Battler, who implies the existence of a left-arm Gun Battler that will hopefully get soon. But this is the grade 1 common for Astrum that lets you, you know, take Astrum from drop, put it into the bottom of the deck, look at the top 5 for your double rare grade 3 from set 1, put it to your hand, and then discard and get 2k. So, pretty interesting. If it wasn't it'd be astronaut support, that'd be interesting. But, not bad. You know, same old, same old. Then we've got the contentious grade 2 spot that has been, you know, hit and miss for these quick start deck bosses here. We've got here the Heavy Armor Transformation Widgeland here, who has the simple effect of on place like a top 5, choose up to one of the armor supply vehicle Preciosa, which is the one set order that the deck relies on currently. From among them, add and put to your hand. So this card is kind of strange. It's I was talking to someone about it. So Precious Slumber at home, because the ride line searches you out 2 copies of this card, so at best you can hit maybe one of them. Very low chances of you hitting one of the remaining 2 copies that are left in deck with this. But this can also be played at any point. You don't even have to play this in Astrum, which is kind of funny. But this is definitely way more playable than the Cristianos one, which is just not playable because this actively helps your win condition is just not very good at it. So decent enough card, I guess. Could have been better. Unlike this smug ass cat here, proud, familiar, Kurakami Nanya. I watched the Bushido live stream on my way to work, and I need a website to order stuff from Japan. It depends what you're looking for. If it's for cards or if it's for products. I shouldn't say products. If it's for like accessories, I guess is the word. So if you're trying to get like sleeves and stuff like that, if you're trying to get like cards, it kind of depends which one of those two. There's a fat ass cat, this big ass chonker over here, has 2 effects. First effect, when this is placed on rear, if you have a Vanguard with Sorceress in its card name, look at the top card of your deck and put it on either the top of your deck or into your soul. Really good. It also specifies Sorceress, so it allows you to play this on turn 1, or turn 2 I should say, because it's grade 2, which is really nice. It also fills up soul, which you can use for Aquamarine. Merch pretty much like the Now mug. So I don't know how that's specifically getting distributed, but typically you'd have to either, I think the only option you have is to get it resold, or not resold, I don't know if that's the right answer, but you have to use something like Bai or Mercario that sells Japanese goods and imports them to overseas. But you'd have to just wait until those listings show up, which is typically after some, I think it's reselling technically, because it's after someone buys it, then they list it on that site. So might warn the discard grade 1 from festival. Discard grade 1 from festival. I mean, I feel like you want the discard grade 1 from festival to begin with, just because it's another look at top card. But the other effect we have here is if you have a sorceress, once per turn you discard 1, reveal the top of your deck, and if it is a sorceress, you put it into your hand. So this is really interesting because you can discard to look at the top card and then add to your hand. If not, right, the card just goes back if it's not a sorceress. So in a pinch, right, if you really need to look at the top card, you can use this. But more effectively, what you can do is you can stack, put all of your sorceress engine cards on top, and then pull one of these out. The discard cards kind of sucks, but yeah, if you play the festival grade 1 card, you know, that might not be so bad, especially because I don't think this deck uses energy. So you could get away with that, but we'll see. Normal against Japan only, you can't get it via importing. It has to be someone selling it, and the items are lotto in Japan to JP residents only. Yeah, exactly. So you'd have to get lucky that someone bought it and that is selling it on, you know, one of those sites, presumably not for $1 gazillion. So and times they illegally moved to Japan, essentially, yeah. Which really sucks that they get all this cool merch, and then we maybe get like a quarter of it in English, but oh well. Then we have the something sorceress, because out of the like 4 or 5 translators we have, no one can figure out this card's name, which is really interesting why it gave them so much trouble. But this is question mark sorceress here. We just know it has sorceress in the name, and that's all that really matters. And this just says, on place, if you have a sorceress, counterblast 1, search your deck for a grade 3 hex or put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So this is just the, you know, power crept upgraded version of that one grade 1 from set 3 that was ended up being really bad because you could only play it on turn 3 because they required hex or sorceress, I think, specifically to counterblast 1, search your deck for the persona ride. Now you can play this on turn 1, obviously not because you don't have the counterblast, but you can play it as soon as possible, right? Because you'll have a sorceress in your Vanguard, and then you can just counterblast 1, get your hex orb, good to go. Deck thinning, persona ride, secures your extra hex orbs. Sounds great. Anyone who remembers hex orb already did this ages ago, but this one searches Aquamarine. Yeah, exactly. That one I think only searched out the original hex orb, and you could only use it on turn 3 as well, which really sucked.
the force reading that's causing an issue. To be honest, it's bad anyways, as does the one thing Hextrip doesn't want to do, shuffles the deck. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad, just because you can use it on turn 2. I don't think shuffling the deck on turn 2 is that bad. If you play this after turn 2, then yeah, maybe it's not that good of an idea. But if you use this as soon as possible, but the fact that then it's also counterblast with the ride line, which is counterblast, so it's not the best card, but I think the effect is good. Whether or not it actually sees plays in the deck is another question. Hextrip needs a new ride line. She indeed does. Ride line, it really does not do much. She needs to stop counterblasting one to draw. That needs to just be free. But Mononogan Saturate Sortress? Are you just making that up, or? Oh, but we'll see. We'll see, I guess, whenever that comes out. But I don't know. It's nice to have, at least. Whether or not it sees plays is whatever. It's just nice to have it, right? That'll do it for all the cards of the day for now. We'll actually won't be able to see that segment for a bit, but for now we'll take a look at results from the drop zone. So this past Friday, right? Yeah, this past Friday, right after the anime episode that aired, which again we'll talk about more in detail in a bit, we had a tournament over in the Discord. I already posted the link, but I'll do it again in case you guys want to join. Again, yeah, and had a pretty good turnout, and you know, somehow Magnolia ended up taking first and second. So we actually had finals of Magnolia versus Magnolia, which was super interesting to see. A lot of interesting decks being played as well, but it's also just, you know, a nice tournament to have, a nice late night tournament for me, specifically in my time zone. Not seeing it, spelling it, not seeing it, spelling it for it can do. Not seeing it, spelling for it can do playing this game. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure what you typed there. We need a new Grand Fia. Yeah, you might end up getting one soon. I feel like they're going back and like rehashing all of the old bosses since Barrow got one, so everyone has to be getting one. If Barrow got a new form, everyone's getting a new form, so don't worry about it. I'm 100% sure Flagberg and Eugene are getting one in set 5. Great Fear might have to wait a bit. I love the Magnolia topic, yeah. Did Odo use the hostage order? Nope, no hostage order. Because I tried that last weekend, I did not like it at all. It's alright. I'm cooking hard for this Saturday, okay, but Bang Pro on Google Apps, yeah, there's a P in there, so it's Bang Pro, not Bang Bro. Or is a too strong battle. As much as I want to join tournaments, I'm either raiding in Final Fantasy or working. I'll make time one of these days to join. Yep. That's why I've been trying to do these on different times. This was, like I said, Friday, my time at night. There's tournaments on Saturdays in like the afternoon, I guess. In my time, again, Eastern Standard Time. And then there's tournaments that I'm going to try to start doing on Sunday also, which are going to be somewhat between the afternoon and the evening, whatever you call that. Just so that hopefully, you know, people can find time to join either tournament, right? Trying to do my best to see if we can make it as available for everyone as possible. Because I totally get it. There's different time zones. People have different things to do. But we'll see what we can do. I say that also because Avantgarde has one and Astoria has a mask. I mean, Avantgarde doesn't really have a new form. Richter doesn't really count, but I guess it does. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. But yeah, Astoria does have the mask. You can count that. So yeah, Grimfio should be getting one soon. Trust. Also, Jordan Magnolia reinforces the big problem the deck has: weak attack numbers. Yeah, I don't really like it that much. I know the list for the Magnolia Elder because I'm the one that built it and has like helped create it and whatnot. And instead of the hostage order, we're using the ghost chase to do the same thing that the what's it gonna call it? The hostage order tries to do, but it's a lot more effective. It's just you have to actually get the blitz order to make it work. So it's a little less consistent, but when you get it, it's a lot more beneficial. So trade off there. How's that Astoria built? I'm so interested. You would have to go ask in the chat in Discord. I do not have the actual list. I only have first and second list. I do not have third. I do want a tourney, but I don't have a setup
don't know the proper shuffle, nor have I ever played. Well, the setup, you don't have to worry about that, because as long as you have a phone, you can make it work. I was this Friday, right? I wasn't playing, unfortunately. I wanted to play, but we were in even number, so I dropped out just to make it. Sorry, we were in odd number, so I dropped out to make it even, so there wouldn't be a buy, and I could just moderate.
But at the first game I joined, they were talking about their setup, where it's just like everyone has some sort of custom setup. Like one of them has like I think the Unica player was saying that they had like a drawer that they just put their phone on top of. Like, you just got to make it work. It doesn't have to be the craziest setup. Some people just sit on the floor. Trust me. You don't have to worry about it too much. As long as the cards are visible, you can make it work. Proper shuffle, that I don't know what you mean. If it's you just don't know how to shuffle at all, we can teach you that. Nor have you ever played. I mean, we can play Basil. We can Basil. We can play. One of these days. Just hit me up on the Discord. We can just play, just to get you accustomed to remote fighting. What's gonna answer? Yeah, if you did, it would have been. I would have played. And then it would have been slightly different. Probably would have been an extra round too. Which would have been interesting. Everyone forgot but Sakura existed. I mean, we had her in the first tournament, so. Maggie List focuses way too much on drawing and plussing, and neglecting actually winning the game. Yeah, that's unfortunately the only thing the deck can do right now. There's no real way to get hard power in Magnolia Elder unless you use Ganoso. That's really the only way to get easy power. Maggie Mass does hit big, but the mass package is a massive resource hog / bricking problem. Yeah, it's definitely the bricking problem. Not so much the resources, it's the bricking that really hurts the deck. I'm not sure about if it needs a new grade 3 or a restanding rearguard like Prison did. She needs something, but yeah, it's probably going to be standing top Saga, unfortunately. Wait for Mag just needs to get another 5k and give Intercept to be perfect. Yeah, honestly. That's why I keep saying we need a new grade 3 Magnolia that works like a reverse cross ride or a break ride, right? So when you ride Elder, it just gives Elder the ability that it gives an extra 5k and everything gets Intercept, right? That would really fix it. Rather than it like giving you a crazy grade 3 turn to make your grade 4 turn stronger. Crazy. I think the decks I can get ready are Heroes and Grand Fia. I guess I can have the. I still have the Gram deck set. Yeah, I mean whatever you have that you want to try out. This is the perfect place to try and play the game. Honestly, I don't want to say it's like a baby game for baby or anything like that, but I do hard ban essentially Shiranui, so no one brings it. I don't think anyone does. It's a lot more chill here, so you don't have to worry about anything too crazy. And even if you lose, it's not like you're paying an entry fee or anything like that. So like I said, if you want one of these days in Discord, we can throw down, and then just whenever you can try and join a tournament, because it's mainly for fun and for just to play the game. That's about it. Lever Dress feels like Magnolia Mask, but without the part where it is a breaking mess. I mean, to an extent. That's someone of Copian and Magnolia, if only. Chosen one of my character can only stop being a job for Magnolia relevant. Where I can bring my 100k Noblesse build here. I mean, sure, if you can make it happen, bring it. Except I'm the Mask guy. Bow before me. Okay, sir. Sir Urbatum. I do have the list here from Bobby, as you can see. I always bring prisms if you want, Curly. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can guarantee you nothing you guys bring would be as bad as some of the other stuff that's out there. But share your cooking exposed immediately. Asking you shall receive. So yeah, we're unfortunately, Bobby, you've walked into the stream where Ek and I are gonna roast your list. Even though you won, we're gonna roast your list real quick. No. The only question I had is I don't know if it's a question. I mean, it's more of a nitpick. I don't know how you got away with only playing 2 of these guys. That's just wild to me. But I saw you play this a bunch of times, and this was kind of interesting that this came off a bunch of times. So I'll have to give this one a different look. The Radiance Calburn and Magnolia Mask. It does give you the counter charge. It does get you draw 2. You don't necessarily play in order, right? You don't need to play this if you have your pieces, and you don't need to play this, right? So it's pretty interesting. It also gives you soul, which you're not playing the Godot, which is not mandatory in Magnolia Mask or anything, but that does give you soul. So that's kind of interesting. You're playing 2 of this jackass. I'm sorry if this is anyone's favorite card, but I hate this little fox. He is the worst card ever printed, I think, for Magnolia. I can't believe motherfucker says Soul Blast 1, discard 1, choose a Magnolia different from the one that you have. So you can't even use him on turn 2. Hate this guy. I feel like this is the right way to go. You have to play 4 of them. This is really your win con at this point, is the Force Glow is just dropping that down, and that's your win condition there. Good stuff. Red is a bigger hand than Lab, so sure. I will just run 2 cow. Nah, you're bugging. I mean, I'll fix Magnolia. I will just send extra copies of Eel. I never liked the high grade 1 count, so I kept it as a tool of. Yeah, but you just gotta see it. You just gotta see it. If you don't see it, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna create something that does something. I don't know if it needs to do something. I still think my break right idea is fine. I don't think the deck needs to be active on turn 3 per se, because I think that's their biggest fear, because they're a bunch of pussies. But I can build Hostage Raphael. Just kidding. I mean, we already have, I think, Hostage Raphael coming this Friday, possibly. But we'll see how that goes. We also don't have, I mean, we do have time rules, so I don't think you can just sit there and just fucking guard the whole time in the locals. It's not gonna work out. Or we're to skip ride to Elder without going first without the Bimbo Fairy. I mean, skip riding, I guess, would be nice, but they already did that, so. No effect, this is fun. Camera lets you set up 4 markers with 2 damage if you have Maleva. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do like the Caliburn a lot. It does also work out really well, you know, because one of the issues with this deck is, of course, people know how to play against this. They can just damage deny you, so that really sucks. So that helps you in that situation. But also, if you just don't have a lot of damage, or if you just don't want a lot of damage, if you want to try and guard early, this makes it so you don't have to have like 3 damage on grade 3 to get the deck going. You only need like 2 or something like that, or even 1, which is really nice. So I can fucks with it. If Mag becomes a card with a Divine Skill, maybe do something with Divine Skill that could act as a once per game break ride, aka break ride, or I don't know. I mean, you could just, I still say they should just print a grade 3 Magnolia. When you ride into it, it just lets you, like, I don't know, counterblast 1, look at top 7, call something to back row. It can attack from the back row this turn, it gets 5k. And then whenever you ride a Magnolia over it, give that Magnolia the ability that it like gives 5k to all your units, and they can intercept until the end of your opponent's turn. That's all. And then the deck would be fine, in my opinion. And it's not crazy broken, and I think that's a fair solution. That can go a long way to make your opponents use up some more hand, yeah. Does new tomato promo work in Magnolia Mask? It kind of mainly works in Magnolia Mask, but yeah. I've only ever played against grade 4 Magnolia. His friend refuses to play the Mask version. Dang. New tomato helps the Mask more than the grade 4, yeah. It's kind of more designed for that one, especially because you have no way to use energy. So you can very easily have another way to call stuff out, which is really nice. You can discard your Force Glows. One of the strongest things you can do with that promo is discard your Force Glows that you cannot use until you're on Magnolia Mask, and then bring it back with that promo to then call something else out, which is really huge. So it makes the deck a lot better in my opinion. But another tomato, yeah, it's fine, but it's just, there's already other ways to do what it does. So. I was playing Near Days the other day and managed to survive 4 final rushes from Donji. Good God. I'm saying this, I jinxed a new bag for him. By the time we get to the bug, yeah. Unfortunately, considering we got upgrades in set 1, I don't think we're gonna get a new mag, if anything, for a good while. But yeah, so that's the Magnolia Mask list that won this Friday. Congrats again, and thank you guys for joining. And again, just a reminder, there will be a another tournament this Saturday. That is the time in Eastern Standard Time. It's a typical time we do tournaments for Saturday. Signups are already available. You can sign up in the Discord specifically. Obviously, you have to be in the Discord to compete. Where the hell else would you be? Right, but I'll plug the Discord one last time.
And yeah, need buckle SR in my veins. I don't know if I want to see the SR. All right, with that, the FFR because blood is expensive. Nah, I'd want the DSR, but that is unfortunately way too much. The DSR looks way too good. I have joined a Discord. I'm pretty menace. All right, but very good. We'll go into today's reveals finally. So starting off with the Zorga cards. So we have the Ruined Armor Gutler here. It just says, if you have a Zorga with a Divine skill, it gets 5k attack and shield. I feel like we talked about this previously. That Zorga did not get one of these, and here we are. It got one of them. It's a set late, but hey, here it is. Art looks kind of crazy, but yeah, cool. It also locals at McDonald's. I mean, technically, you can play in my locals at McDonald's. You just have to have the right setup. But hey, we're gonna never like the character artworks. Well, I do. I think it looks way better. The lever just looks way better in the DSR than it does in the normal art. IMO. Did I change the no, I didn't. Okay. But next up we have Sea Scissors of Deep Hades, which is a double rare grade 1. I believe the last one for third cam. That just says, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Zorga in its card name, retire 2 other rare cards, choose a normal order from your drop, and put it into your hand. This feels really good because it's an axe skill. You can very easily, if you still have roaming prison dragons or whatever, eat them, get an order, bind an order, call 2 things, call this if you want to do it in reverse, and then play the order to alchemy magic with. This is really good. This is really good. I don't know where it'll fit in the deck because the deck is like 100 one-offs. Yeah, the art goes really hard, but yeah, this sounds like an instant include. Great one for landing the base solved. Yeah. So sad that Sea Scissors wasn't generic, as it would have been good Cristiano support. Yes. God forbid Cristianos get anything ever. But yeah, this is something that Cristianos would have really liked, but unfortunately we have to settle for that one grade 1 from set 3 that I've been playing a bunch of. But this is really good. Not much else I can say. It also works with the Mass Zorga if you want to do that too. So that's a thing, I guess. This card game in fast food restaurants or Starbucks. Don't ask me why. I mean, I've done it a bunch. I don't know. I used to play a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! On like Burger King. Right now, Wandering Soul sucks all the ass out of the planet. This might fix it. This also eats the Philanders you called from hand on turn 2. If you want to do that, I guess. Funny new Zorga never has space for his RR 15k booster that the other Fated Destined ones get. It's not that they don't have space. They just don't want to play it. It's not a space issue. They just choose not to. Completely different. Messiah forbid this works in the Red Zorga too. I mean, technically it does. Whoa, when did I install that? Man, box app on my TV. Hello, Dox's home and or wherever he is at. Hello, Dox's family and or pets, wherever they are. Here's me giving you pets and smooches. Good boys and girls. Hey Dox, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's just the card is mega ass, unfortunately. Unlike this guy who is not mega ass. This guy is like whatever the opposite of mega ass is. Oh, look at the TV. Good job. Yes. The 15k grade 1 was an energy charger. We just see it as 3 of energy charger. Interesting. But all right, let's talk about the man of the hour here, Mr. apparently Balden himself. Alden, starting off with the Knight of Heavenly Expression Admis, who's the new starter. Why did we have to give Alden a new starter? Was this necessary? Did we not just get an Alden starter like 3 sets ago? Why did he need a new starter? Why didn't Barrow get a new starter if that was the case? Not that I would have played it maybe, but like, what was the point of printing a vanilla starter again? Like, it's not like this would have been that hard to get. a starter. They have plenty of grade zeros. This art looks so good. Yeah, I like this art way better than the other one, the olden one. That one, the pose was weird. This one looks way cool. It just I don't see the point. I just don't see the point, honestly. Seems like a waste of a common slot. I don't know, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. People think Balden is bald. Alden is bald. It's just because you can put a B in front of it. That's all it is. I guess for lore reasons, maybe. Same reason Zorga got a new starter. Like, I don't know. Zorga kind of makes sense because they're kind of completely two different species at this point, but yeah. Welser one was kind of dumb because it's literally the same starter, but they did it again. But it kind of made sense just because the quick start deck bosses didn't get an actual starter, but that was just kind of stupid of them to begin with, right? That was just fixing a problem they themselves invented, which is what Butcher would like to do. Pack filler, which is dumb because this could have been any other comment that did anything, but oh well. I get the idea. I guess the idea is to like have these decks be playable from within one set, so you don't have to go into other sets to get it. But it's a fucking common starter. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So, whatever. All of the Vine users have new starters. Yeah, but Alden just didn't need one. It's just, you know, he just got a new grade 3. He didn't need a whole new starter. But, oh well. Do you have the old Zorga? Screw them. Ugh, I hate that one. It looks so ugly. I have a fear of going bold, so I step away from playing Zorga just in case the universe master find it funny. That's not a bad philosophy, to be honest. And if you love the pack with bulks, just, I don't know, make good cards. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Design better cards. So, this work almost entirely off this set, so you do want does work almost entirely off this set. You do want some old cards, damn. Zorga doesn't see edginess I need in my life. Exactly. He's supposed to look ugly, gross. Unlike here, Knight of Heavenly Soth, Tranquilla here, who everyone has a copy of just because this got misprinted in English, so it was a box stopper for set 13. This one's interesting. So they gave him his whole new ride line again, right? They just gave him new art. This guy says, when this unit is rolled upon by the everlasting Sky Knight Soldios, which is the next grade 2, look at the top 5, choose up one grade 2 or greater from among them, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. If not, energy charge too. The energy charge is just so random. I have 40 of those? Yeah, me too. The energy charge is just so random because the deck inherently does not use energy aside from one card. The original ride line was pretty good because it said you revealed 3 cards with different grades, which was a super easy requirement from your hand. And then you look at the top 5 to call a grade 1, if not call this card. This now just lets you add a grade 2 or greater instead. So you can't get PGs, but you get a grade 2, which is possibly a better option. You add it to your hand if it has it on place or whatever, however you want to use it. All this to say is that the old ride line still has some merit. I kind of don't like that they strayed away from Alden's old gimmick of having different grades, technically, in this new one. Spoiler alert, I guess. But when you went was really bad with your old one, you didn't have to call it, though. I'm pretty sure it was May call. So, yeah, Personas and Regalias piece. It happens to be in the top 5. Yeah, it does get any card, yeah. So that is fair. It doesn't have to be a unit specifically. But the energy charge is just a strange card. Strange cost, or plus, or I don't know what to call it. No. Road Rally is the best for generic Keter. This is slightly better for just Alden. Slightly. I mean, I just like the old one because it's really good for rushing also. You just get free value, just get a unit out for free. But we have the Everlasting Sky Knight Soldios. When you ride this over Alden, or you ride Alden over this, I should say, sorry. Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5, choose a grade 3 or less from among them, and then call it. Shuffle your deck. It does say up to 1, but if you don't see what you like, you Soul Blast for no reason. The other thing I don't like is that the original line, you can play that in any deck. It just said whenever it's ridden upon, so you can play that in any deck. This one is locked to Alden, which kind of blows. Especially considering that the grade 2, the previous one literally does this, but for free for the most part. So, whatever. I guess if it wasn't locked to Alden, you would play this in every Keter deck, probably, but I don't know.
The first Alden's lines jobs to make people stop using Blaster Dart, kind of. Can I just put the Thegger ride line in there because I like looking at it? I mean, you can put the grade 0, I guess. Technically, you can use the grade 1 if you want to do nothing for grade 2 ride. The funny thing is there is a dud call of this. Funny thing is a dud call of this is still call. Yeah, you can call PG and then overcall and add it back to hand. Yeah, you know, I want to use Blaster Dark. Don't give into the darkness. But all right, it's time. We've got the destined one of Protection Alden. Alden loves calling Persona from Zek. So, no different grades between Jewel Knights. Yeah, I don't know. I like the I like that because it had an identity. Now it doesn't, but whatever. Whatever, I guess. So the first effect is continuous on Vanguard Circle. When a card would be called by this unit's ability to a rearguard circle with a unit on top of it, return the unit on rearguard circle instead of putting it into your drop. I'm pretty sure it doesn't touch the drop either, so you can't do any shenanigans like that. But essentially, when you would overcall something, you just add it to your hand if you're calling it from this guy's ability. Identity is using giving Gendy for the middle finger. Gendy was like dead, bro. Oh, so I don't know if that's your battery. While Jewel Knights look different, yeah. I'm pointing to highlight by this unit's ability. Yes, only by this unit's ability, unfortunately. If it was like a blanket, that would be kind of cool, but also extremely broken. V Jewel Knight in shambles. V never existed. I don't know why you guys keep breaking it up. Otherwise, those old ass grade ones that give 10 2k power would give them infinite power, yeah. But this says when this attacks, you can counterblast 1, draw 1, choose up to 1 card from your hand, call it to rear, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, it cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects and gets 10k power, which is like a fine effect. Essentially, every turn you counterblast, you draw 1, you call something to get an extra attack, and then whatever you call over gets back to your hand, so you can use it next turn. I don't know, I just like the flavor of the different grades. I feel like they could have tried it again, made it work better. But they kind of just gave up on that, and they were just like, nah, he'll just be a generic getter deck that just calls something and its units can't get retired. Which is fine, I guess. Notice the new boss monsters have a habit of drawing 1 on top of their normal effects. Yep, because they realized that plussing is good. Different grades was too clunky, then make it work. If it was clunky, make it better. What the fuck? I don't know. I just hate it when they just give up on stuff and it's just like, nah, we're not gonna try that again. We're just gonna make this basic. This isn't me dunking on Alden specifically. It's just that I wish they had kept with the original gimmick and made it work. I just like seeing that, you know, seeing how they make a deck work. That's my favorite part of the game, essentially, making a deck work. And the fact that they refuse to even try is sometimes kind of depressing for me. But feel bad for advising people to buy the Alden promo last week. The Alden promo does work in this deck, yeah. We'll see. Also, the great tree that earned 15k is Superman on adamantium steroids. I don't know about all that. But then we got ourselves the Divine skill here. So it says, you Soul Blast 1. It's an axe skill. Look at the top 7. Choose up to 2 cards, call them to rear, and then they cannot be retired to your opponent's next turn. And that's it. That's your once per game skill, where you Soul Blast, call 2, can't be retired. That is your skill that warrants the name Divine and warrants a crazy animation. It is Soul Blast, look at top 7, call 2, can't be retired. Cool. If Alden is going to go back, I think they just run normal Alden and ignore the Divine version. If Alden is going to come back, I think they just run the normal Alden and ignore the Divine skill. You mean if they had the older, if it was still centered around the old gimmick, you mean? You get a dude to 45k basically for free. Where do you get the extra 10 from? my god, is divine skill so bad? I'm the only one that feels that this should have got the ladder effect. I mean, at the very least, yeah, they could have literally just printed the ending text of ladder, and it still would have been about the same. It is really good. Diplomacy habitat, like, it's fine. It's just, I don't know if it's divine skill worthy per se, but that's just my whole issue with the wording of divine skill. Shoulder could give extra power to call the rear guards. Yeah, he doesn't give power, huh? Triple R grade 3 gives the extra 10k. The energy blast 4-1. How about all that? Different grades was because there was basically grade races. With who is not grade 3 on lore, yeah, to an extent. But I just liked it just because it was a thing the deck did. It had an identity, and now it's just like, what is the identity of this deck? That it, when it attacks, it can overcall stuff and add it to hand. That's the only like unique thing this deck does. Protecting units can still be bound, imprisoned, or dominated. Yep, you can still target them. You can do whatever the fuck you want to these units. You just can't retire them. But you can do whatever you want to them. You can attack into them, whatever you want. You just can't specifically retire them. But you can displace them in any other way, shape you'd like. Next up, we've got the Wafting Fart here, who just gets 5k attack and shield if you have the Olden with the Divine skill. Cool. Surprised they even bother to reveal that. They usually don't. Save that for a card of the day. Then we've got the Knight of Sky Flows Gelmet here, who I thought was originally like a triple rare, and I thought his effect was whenever you call something with him, whatever you call over, you add it to hand, right? But no, this guy just says he gets a 20k shield if you have Olden, if he intercepts, which I also thought Olden gave like extra shield or something from his skill. No, it's just this guy gets flat out 20k shield. Which I had kind of mentioned that the triple recycler, the double recyclers, maybe Olden does something crazy with intercepting, and I guess here's what warranted making those double rares or whatever. I've been testing him with a grade 3 engine to use form up, and it's not meta or anything, but it's the most fun. It's more fun than his current build. I don't know if there's a current build. It just came out today. 4 or 5 attacks, triple drive, big Ermac, and embrace is nice too. Interesting. Justification for the double recyclers. Yep. Funny enough, you think this hard counters Vladimir, but they're using the anti-intercept grade 1. Also, they can just bind it. They can just make you bind it if you leave it out. But yeah, I like this card. The art is cool. I like a huge shield. Yeah, but if you have nothing else, you have to bind it. I like the huge shield. Intercept is kind of a mediocre mechanic, to be honest, in standard, right? It needs some sort of buff. We need a lot better intercepts, or a lot better units that can intercept. The fact that Olden makes this unretirable is cute. If your opponent wants to tank into this, go right fucking head. But this is essentially like almost 2 triggers from your hand, right? Because there's 25k shield, so that's pretty huge. Like, that's a lot of fucking shield. But the fact that it only does that kind of sucks a little bit. But buying some back road junk you don't care about. Big ass. If you have to, is all I'm saying. I was gonna have 5 grade reach right how much they attack this guy, which is even dumber if you attack into this. 25k is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's nothing to scoff at. Like, that is a 38k. Right? Like, even if your opponent is on Persona Ride and they hit 28, that's at least a once a pass with just 1 card, which is pretty huge. Raga turns off intercept. Gelmet is the but yeah, he just dies instantly. Now, it not only gets turned off and then it immediately gets retired. So that's what I mean. Like, intercepting is kind of weak in standard, right? Especially with just by virtue of Varga existing. But just in general, right? It just doesn't really see as much importance as it ever did maybe prior. But
just having stronger intercepts, I think, is a nice way to buff up that mechanic as a whole. But yeah.
Attack into it with attacks that would have demanded more than 25 shield of growing phase. That's kind of dumb.
It works against Welstra. Yeah, this shit's all over Welstra because they can't retire it. And this turns off 2 uses of Freyschultz because it just puts you back at you know, plus 20 essentially. So I mean, I should say not even Freyschultz is only 5, right? So yeah, this barely this has shield and extra after that. It is a rare for a reason. Yeah,
could have made it
a double rare. Could have switched, honestly, considering the double rare that they got, which is after this. But I failed the segue, unfortunately.
But we've got an order here. Determine the Blade of Protection.
Determine with the Blade of Protection, which is a normal order. They revealed this. They revealed the trailer for this set, which we'll take a look at later. And they showed this art next to Alden, and I thought, oh, is this the alt art promo, or alt art, not promo, but alt art card that they were talking about? It is not. It is actually just an order. It seems that all the Destined ones are getting grade 3 orders, normal orders, for some reason. Impaldino might break that, get a set order. We'll see. I don't know. I like the idea of orders more than I do rear guards that are exclusive, but at the same time, in some things like, you know, Strict K or Branke, Lyrical, it would be nice if that order was playable in another deck. So, does maximum still 5k even though it doesn't retire? Yes. It's also Bozo's plot armor because survive Zorga. This card is bad. Yeah, I don't really like this card at all. But it says if you have Alden with a divine skill specifically for whatever reason, your Vanguard gets the effect that when it attacks, you counterblast 1, choose 1 card from your hand and call it to rear to the end of the turn. So, since it gives the Vanguard the ability, you can overcall and add the card that you called over back to your hand. But this makes it counterblast 2 to call 2 from hand to get an additional attack, which get 2 additional attacks, which not great, honestly. If his skill wasn't already Counterblast, maybe. But the fact that it's Counterblast 2, I don't know about that. It's supposed to enable 5th attack, but the new grade 3 and promo grade 0 do that. I don't really like the grade 3 either, to be honest. But I don't really like this card much either. Heavenly Defense Wedge Defluence Dragon. So this is one of those double rare grade 1 boosters that if you have a specific divine skill card, it doesn't have to have the divine skill, but it gets 5k, and then if you boost that specific card, it gets an additional 2k, and then another effect, where unfortunately for this guy, it's just that you soul charge 1. Which is kind of stupid as hell. Because the deck doesn't use soul that much, right? It uses what? You soul blast 1 for the grade 2, and then you soul blast 1 for the grade 2 of the ride line, and you soul blast 1 for your divine skill. That's once per game. So why the hell do I need this much soul? This one would be a lot better if the soul charge wasn't mandatory. Yeah, I can see a 2 of on the order. Honestly, I would not even play the order at all. Personally, when I had looked at it, I thought, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and then I reread Alden's skill, and I was just like, wait, why the fuck would I do that? But yeah, if the soldier wasn't mandatory, this would be a lot better. So last one for the grade 3. All right, let's think about this grade 3 you guys keep talking about, because you guys keep jumping ahead. We got the Heavenly Blade of Liaison, Razornail here, who says, on place, Energy Blast, fucking 4. Draw 1 card. Sure as hell won't be doing that. In order to use with Tetrafall. To be honest, that's not horrible because you can bounce the Tetrafall back to your hand and then use it again next turn. But darling, she has a future ride line. I'm calling it now. I mean, yeah, she looks pretty cool. I wouldn't be against that. I kind of hated when I found out she was a grade 3 because I was like, oh man, she might not be as playable, but
Energy Blast 4 sounds expensive, but even going first, you get 3 uses of it per game. You can absolutely use it. Or I can just use Briscotti instead and get more value out of my energy, I think, than this, honestly. But I guess you get 2 energy if you whiff the grade 1, but that's only if you whiff. I don't know. Energy Blast 4 is way too much to just draw a card, especially on place. This will be $2, sure. If we're gonna play the budget war as usual, sure. So this says when your other unit is placed on top of this, essentially, by the ability of Alden, you give the unit that's called over her 10k, and then if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Soul Blast 1, choose another rear guard and stand it. It'll be expensive since it's a waifu. She's not really a waifu. She doesn't have I guess she shows a little bit of thigh, but I don't think she'll have the capabilities to have waifu tax on her, unfortunately. She doesn't show enough skin to have waifu tax. I'm not saying if this is your waifu that she's not a waifu or anything. I'm just saying she just won't have waifu tax on her, so you're safe. You can get this in FFR. It should be like $10, unless Alden is crazy insane. So yeah, this is the only thing you would use Soul for. You can only use this after turn 4, or I should say turn 3, or if you went second. You only use this once though, so I don't know where you need that much Soul for. Yeah, you would only use this once. Because there's no point in using this twice unless you stand the back row. If you want to do that, right? Because you're presumably overcalling her. That gives you an extra attack, and then you stand the other side. So there's no point in like doing 2 of her or anything like that, unless you play the order. But still, there's no point because you're just standing back row. That's kind of pointless. You spend 3 soul turn 1. That's already empty soul. I guess if you use the divine skill right away, yeah, and you have no reason not to. But Tensorful would be perfect to bounce back, and the extra straw would help. So maybe order was okay. Just play another order. Oh, just play a different order. Why do you have to? You don't have to play that order specifically. There's other orders in the nation. They suck, but there's other orders in the nations. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna play Tetrafault, you want to play an order you can use earlier, right? So you can have an early game at the very least, instead of having an order that's locked to grade 3 that you might not even be able to use or get value of it. Like, you can play it for free, I guess, but then you might not be able to use the effect because you have to counterblast 2 that turn, presumably. So I don't know. It's not very good in this deck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much value you get out of this girl. She doesn't get any power or anything like that, but I guess if you call the Interceptor over her, Interceptor hits her at 30 and you have a 25k shield. So you bounce her calling Ermac. So it is over her for good numbers, 45k unboosted total. That sounds really good to me, yeah, because Ermac gets plus 15 for 25, plus 10 for Olden for 35, and then she gives another 10. Yeah, that sounds really good. So if that's it over, it gets big chunky. So that's what I mean, like, so your first attack is kind of like garbage. So I guess you would have to use a booster with her, and then you would call the Ermac over this and not use the booster after that, right? You know what's a good way to get soul? Since you guys are talking about it, instead of fucking playing a card that soul charges 1, like, I'm pretty sure there's other ways to get soul, but there's this grade 1 that comes out in set 13 that I think is really good, that I feel like is slept on a lot. Might actually work on this. Yes, I know, that's what I was saying. You wouldn't boost Ermac. Did I not say that, or did I say something different? If not, that's what I meant to say, that you wouldn't boost them. You would boost the grade 3 instead. Where is quick display? CFA mini. Give it a moment as it updates, I guess. If you run the grade 0 promo, it stands back row 2. I guess if you want to do that. Use her in Luard.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I meant set 3 of Divines. I don't know if that card's in Divines, but no. Yeah, that's the one that like boost the Vanguard or something like that. Yeah, no, I don't want this. I don't. Y'all gotta stop soul charging. It depresses me that the Dark States guy has to tell you guys that soul charging is bad. You don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Come on, guys. I don't know how playable it's gonna be, but I feel like because I want to mess around with it in Graham Grace a bit and a couple of other decks. Because she's like a common. Yeah, it's pretty decent. It just says if it boosts, if 2 or more of your rear guards replace this turn, so instantly from the divine skill, or if you play something and then use your own skill, whatever, this activates like super easy. This becomes a 10k booster and then you put it into soul. Why would you soul charge? You could just play this, get extra soul for a boost also. But I'm pretty sure there's better ways to get soul than soul charging one with that one grade 1. But I just really like that grade 1. Just wanted to highlight that really quick. Armor Graham Grace button shirts. Button to shirts? What the fuck? But yeah. Here is the Seek for Alden. We did not get a DSR for Alden, as much as the tagline or whatever from the previous stream said we were going to get an alternate art. I don't know what that was about, but maybe it just meant this. Who knows? Very strange for them to word that specifically for Alden and not for any other cards. They might have been talking about this, which they revealed today, which is that we're getting essentially the same thing that we got in Festival Booster, which was just these high rarity energy cards, except using the destined ones instead. I don't know how I feel about this. I really like these as like a concept, but in Festival Booster, there was 2 of these per case. So that's why one of the reasons why the now one is so expensive. Because not only does it have the like ×5 multiplier for it being now, it's also 2 per case, right? So I don't know how it's gonna work for this set, because it's a main booster. It might be exactly the same, but I feel like that's kind of ass. I kind of wish these were like in an easier to get rarity. I understand. I tweeted about this. And I don't feel like people understood my point. I understand the fact that you can just use normal energy cards, but I think like, you know, some foil energy cards would have been nice. It doesn't have to be signed. They could just been triple rare. It could have been like the Bang Dream crits, right? That are 1 per box. I think that would have been kind of nice, and it would have made these a lot more accessible, and would have made boxes a lot more worthwhile. But trying to get a bunch of these is kind of yikes. Card is gonna be the most expensive. Last match now, and Big Hikari. It's the most expensive. I feel like Jinky might be the least expensive one. I feel like this guy is gonna be expensive. She might be, depending on how her fight with Now goes, but I feel it's gonna be mainly these 2 that are gonna be the most expensive. This is gonna be the cheapest. Jinky, I think, is gonna be middle of the road. Hikari might also be tied for cheapest, to be honest. Yeah, Senka might. It's right there. It's literally right there. Yeah. It depends on how her fight with Now goes. How good of an impression she leaves. Yeah. Kyoma has the. People really like Kyoma. They like a design. They find him hot. Sure, go for it. Do you think Akinu is the one who's possessed? We'll go over that in a bit, actually. We'll go over that in a bit. And then, yeah, the last thing is that next week, Tuesday, we'll go over the Chris Rain and the Lessa Fels, or whatever. The cat girl from Liverpool. Senka hyped because is Misaki V8. Yeah, so it might be expensive in JP because of that. I don't know if it'll transfer over to English, but it just depends on how strong of an impression she does in her fight, which we won't get for a while, unfortunately. So real quick, before we talk about the anime, let's just follow up on this. We talked about this last Tuesday, where last Monday, I guess, they teased a new English exclusive product, we all obviously called that it was going to be none other than the trial deck, or the start deck, or whatever you want to call it, the promo deck, the Koro deck that Virginia is in, and we're actually getting it in English, which is absolutely huge. Chris Ryan will totally use her support cards and not ignore her for more generic staples. Yeah, sure. They revealed what is going to be inside of it. So as expected, it is a pre-constructed deck. It does come with an energy generator. It does come with some reprints, but they also mentioned that we're actually getting foil copies of cards, so that's kind of interesting. It does come with an energy counter as well. It also will be coming with the Regalis piece, Unite the Sky, so we will be getting that through this product, and it'll also have a gacha for one of the effect triggers as well. I think Elementario is also a possible chance that you can pull. So it's the same thing as the quick start deck. Is this even worth it? The list I see with the ride line use so many generics. This is 100% worth it. This is like the best deck product. No exaggeration. I might come off as like sarcastic, but this is the best deck product that has ever been created for Vanguard. At least in standard history. Enter in your Discord and I send the deck. Okay, cool. Some replays in CFA if you want to look. Okay, bet. His actual support cards are here. Yeah, this has a bunch of support cards. They aren't showing them here, but we can go over them in a second because I have the slides back. Finally can make at least 3+ videos on how to upgrade this deck for all budgets and why you shouldn't scalp this deck in the future. Yep, this is an amazing product. The weird part is why they call them secret cards. Yeah, it's kind of stupid because we all know what these cards are. We need a Virginia style deck for each nation. That would be progress. Yes, absolutely. I don't know if that's possible in the manga, if they have other decks that they can bring like that, but yeah, I'll take your word for it and we'll be pre-ordering for my shop. Yeah, like for one, this gives you an energy generator. If you already have an energy generator, then fine, you can sell it. If you play Dragon Empire, there's 2 generic cards you can actually pull from this that you can use in your other decks. And it's also just a good deck. If you already play Vanguard, then you probably don't need this. This is a really good starter product specifically. The only thing you get out of this if you already play Vanguard is the Regalis piece, which is really, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's a pretty good Regalis piece. Perfect founder that you want to give to a friend to force them to play Vanguard. 100%. This is the product that we can point to whenever anyone says, how do I get into Vanguard? You point to this product. You just point to this product. Or you buy them this product because it's that cheap. This has the effect PG. It does have effect PGs. Yep. If you need effect PGs, it does come with that. And does give you a chance of getting an effect trigger as well. So it has some value if you already played the game, but this is mainly for new players that it gives the most value. They better print this to the dirt. Absolutely, this better be available like crazy. I tried to do this with Deer Days, but Deer Days was a fucking mess. But I think I'm going to be buying like 12 of these or something like that, and I'll be giving these out, and I'll be doing like giveaways with these. That's how much I love and believe in how good this product is. Because it's such a good starter product compared to everything else that we've gotten. Right? Manga right now is 0 versus Dimension Police encounter user. Dimension Police encounter user. I didn't know they had encounters. Wow, that's crazy. But here's what the cards will actually be. We actually got it upgraded here from Japan because they actually gave us the effect trigger, so that's kind of cool. But these are the secret cards that they didn't reveal for whatever reason. We already know what they are, but we'll go over them in a bit. In towards this thing in 168 hours. What do you mean? I've had the same opinion. I was begging and pleading for them to do it right. They did. But these are the cards that are included. These are the new cards. This guy says if you discard it from Soul, if discarded from hand during your turn, you can put them into Soul. So you can play this in any Dragon Empire deck. But if you have Virginia, he gives you one of your Vanguards 5k. This guy says if he's discarded, you can look at the top 5 for normal order. So he's a Tecton in Dragon Empire, so you can play this in any Dragon Empire deck. So that's 2 cards you can play generically, right? If you don't want to play this deck specifically, you can use these 2 cards. This card is specific to Virginia. It says, when this is placed, if you have Virginia, this counts for the grade 2 as well. You Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7, add a finishing move, and then shuffle your deck. Finishing move is the order for this deck. I'm sure they're going to get more of those in the future.
And then also this is a grade 2 boost, which is pretty huge. This is a specific card that has 15k shield and 15k attack, but you can only call and guard with in Virginia. And then the second to last one is this grade 3 that says on play Soul Blast 1. Choose one on your Urzurwur, which is this guy, and it gets 5k. And if your opponent is grade 3, they get 10k. So both this grade 3 and this 15k get an extra 10k. So that's pretty good. And then also at the end of the battle, this attacks if you played a finishing move, so the order specific for this deck. You put this to soul to draw 1 counter charge. Pretty good. Then the last one here is this grade 1 that says if you boost the grade 3, if you boost the grade 2 with 15k, you energy charge, and also when that grade 2 restands, you restand this unit because the Vanguard can restand. So that's what the cards do really quickly. Moves in impact. Also, you need to ride a Digipet Dragon when playing this deck. What? But if there was any doubt, here's what is in the deck. You can also get Elementary Sanctitude from this randomly. So that's kind of nice as well, which is kind of huge. But also, most importantly, this is going to be MSRP $18, which is great. This was the main thing that I was harping on, is that the product is great. It just needs to not be more than $20. Right? I was hoping this would be a little cheaper, but given inflation and all that jazz, 18, you know, that's pretty good. That is playable. Roughly $30 for y'all. Yeesh. Good product, yep. I hope you enjoy next weekend's Tuesday stream, because after that, strides. So it's gonna be a bunch of garbage. Bunch of garbage for a while, unfortunately, until we get to set 5 reveals. Would love an upgrade path for this, like what generics do I get and whatnot. Yeah, I will stick to my word, because I had mentioned last Tuesday stream before they revealed the product that if it is this product and they price it fairly, I will promote the fuck out of this product. So I'll be making a bunch of videos on how to upgrade it and all that stuff. Yes, this will be the last week where we'll get good news, unfortunately. As much as I love this as a starter product, I want to play devil's advocate and say, as amazing as it is, no one outside of those that already play Vanguard knows what Skyridge is. I wish they localized it alongside. Yeah, that's fair. Especially considering, I don't think I show it here. I think it was... No, okay, I forgot where it is that they said it, but there was some image that they said like, oh yeah, from the fans of the manga will now be able to play these cards. And it's like, bro, what fans? You haven't localized this shit. No one knows what the fuck these cards are. Yeah, true. But on the other hand, I don't think it matters per se, to be honest. To be honest, it would sell better if people knew what Skyridge was and read the manga, but I don't think it would really matter. I think people would just see this as a Vanguard product and like buy it, you know? Like, it would be nice if it was, but I don't think that would have... It would have increased the sales a bit, but I don't know if the manga was like that huge. I don't know, I haven't read it that much where it would have influenced the sales more, right? Because it's like kind of the same argument like if they localized Youthquake, would the Youthquake cards sell better? I don't know. But use the grade 1 that fetches orders from set 2. Yes, you can definitely do that. First video of yours I watched was how to upgrade the quick start deck sets. Nice. Yeah, I'll be basically doing next style of video for this, I think. You should follow the other promise where you promise to get me 1 copy. I mean, do you really need this? I'll get you one if that's the case. Worst case scenario, people think this is another reboot, so it'll be just another Tuesday. One of the main ways I get people interested in Vanguard is the art, but this product isn't really hitting it in depth. It needs to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I kind of like the art. I feel like it appeals to different people. It definitely appeals more to like, I feel like a Yu-Gi-Oh crowd, if anything, right? This looked more like a Yu-Gi-Oh product than anything, which makes sense because it's in Koto Koto and all that jazz. I don't know. I feel like this will be a good starter product either way. Could have definitely been better. Could have localized the manga alongside it. Could have mentioned that it's from the manga. Could have made any fucking connection about it, but they did it. But it is what it is.
I wish they utilize the manga art more. Like with the order, it looks sick. Yeah, it really does. We should be getting more of those, but we'll see whenever this deck gets supported. You know, this only just came out in set 2, so we'll see when this gets more supported. Possibly in set 5, we'll see this get supported. You could use one of the sets as prize for winning locals. Yep. I have a bunch of things that I want to do for that. I just have to set up a thing for it, but yeah, I can definitely do that. The only art complaint I have is this dude has weird pose. Yeah, I don't like his little like gremlin pose either, but like he's flying. Looks like he's flying in front and looking backwards. Oh wait, we can bring up all the people jumping shit from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, 100%. Like this, 100%. This looks like a product that Yu-Gi-Oh players will buy because it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Also, it is a structure deck, which they're very used to, right? So they don't even have to build decks or anything like that. They can just play and get one of these. They're used to structure decks. They understand that as a concept, so we can definitely get them. I don't know about One Piece. I don't know about Illustrals. I don't know why you need to dunk on Illustrals, but the other thing, 50 Guards had tweeted this out, saying essentially that this might be end up costing like $20 in some places, which is fine. It's an extra $2 or something like that, right? That's fine. I'm just glad that this didn't end up being like $30, $40 or something ridiculous like that, right? I'm glad it's a simple product, and it's just, it is what it is. So battle spirits. Oh, but that's that. You hear me talk a lot about this product a lot in the future, to say the least, especially when it comes out. Does it come with sleeves? It does not come with sleeves now. It is just the deck, which is fine. I guess it could have came with sleeves. I don't know. It's kind of hard to warrant it, considering we had the sleeves in the quick start deck boss, but then we didn't really get cards. It doesn't come with like the deck box either, because there's a deck box for this, but it's kind of whatever. But it does come with like actual cards, so as a student, I might save up already for Circadia, Dragon Empire, Grade 2 generic for this, which feel would be the first thing to add for the Circadia, Dragon Empire, Grade 2. It's funny, I still don't know what the cards do. I literally just showed the cards. This is the 3rd time I've showed these cards on stream. God damn it. Oh, Circadia, Dragon Empire, generic. Oh, the lettuce? Yeah, the lettuce is kind of whatever for this deck. I don't think you really want that. Your Vanguard gets huge power and you don't really call from effects as much. Really quick start deck sleeves, QSD sleeves, IFK channel sleeves, and Japan doesn't. Yeah, that's true. I was distracted. Can you go in a 4th time? No. Instead, I'll go past this as fast as possible, and then instead we'll talk about the anime. That's what you get. Take that. All right, but yeah, this is your anime spoiler warning. We're gonna go over the anime. We're gonna go over a lot because there was a lot in this last episode. The deal 10 damage to your opponent and have an anti-ulti effect. Yeah, if you check the ulti, you take an extra damage, as said. That's your spoiler warning real quick. So good, I was pretty happy. Bozo was surprisingly tolerable this episode. 100% lost on purpose. I'm still waiting for Varga and Messiah to send one. Messiah. Yeah, so the episode was alright. The fight was kind of ass, not gonna lie, right? It ended very anticlimactically. It seemed like a lot of people had this rumor that Maston really lost on purpose, because motherfucker just no guarded like 3 attacks the last attack and just fucking lost. And like, just like, bro, what? They were big attacks, I guess, and all, but it was just really anticlimactic. And he's just like, no guard, no guard, no guard. It's like, all right, bro, a good fight. You put up a good fight and all, but the fight was kind of secondary. Because there was a lot of plot going on in this episode, and the fight was really secondary. And for once, they did it right, because they had this problem in Wildress where they made the fight secondary,
but also the plot stuff was kind of garbage, right? Whereas like here, there was a reason for the fight to be secondary, because there was just more chunky stuff going on in the plot, which was way more important. Fake hand and Fake hand and Zorga specifically. Yeah, a handful of orders. I needed the fight to be secondary for this, especially. Yes, it was very important that the fight would be secondary. So that's why I'm not gonna harp on it too much, because we went through a lot, and we'll actually replay not some of the episode, but we'll replay another episode to touch on something here, because we had a lot of bombshells drop in this episode. Starting with this one here, right? So we had a lot of stuff with like I was gonna call him Alden, with Jinky doing some investigation about this crash site here, where apparently, according to Gooey, or whatever the fuck his name is, the little ChatGPT robot, that something happened here 10 years ago that had to do with, I think, something about the Design Force, right? Some crazy shit happened here 10 years ago. Supposedly, this is also either, something happened, or this is where what's his name, Akina and Hikari had their little accident, right? Possibly those two connected. I think that was also 10 years ago. I don't know if that was confirmed. This is mainly a Bojang theory, but I don't know. Man, I thought about calling Shadow Cloak. Yeah, he does. How you doing, Sunyan? I had hoped the first image you would have shown was Felicity in the chair. Yeah, I should have done that. Damn it. You gotta get the comedy rolling. Yeah, I fucked up. I dropped the ball on that one. It's really the hard nerve bolty, but I can bring him the dog. We're chilling good. But yeah, I don't know what this is implying. So it's possibly implying that, or it could be something that happened prior to that, right? 10 years ago can mean a lot. 10 years ago could mean stuff before this series even started, right? Maybe in Well Dress. Maybe even before that. Who knows, right? 10 years ago could mean a lot, but it's probably just going to be the accident. Which could be a lot. Giri spelled same way as Gi in Shingi. Gi? Yeah, I guess so. The way Masanori played Zorga explains Seiya in your days. But the other bombshell we got was fucking Jinky decided to be the fucking hardest, badass character of all time here, where he wasn't actually corrupted by Sibboleth. He actually wasn't. Apparently, because he has his little ChatGPT, he was able to like sense the fucking corruption somehow. I don't know what the fuck, what machine learning this thing learned that it was able to sense that Sibboleth has these mind control powers. So they did a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind shuffle real quick, so that the AI would get mind corrupted supposedly. And Sibboleth thought that it controlled Jinky, but it actually did not. It just fucking whiffed. His attack whiffed. And then he's just been pretending this whole time. So that was kind of crazy. Which is great, because I felt it was kind of lame for Jinky to now be controlled by someone else, considering that that's kind of what happened to him beforehand. So this redeems him as a character and then some, which is really good for him. Alden Sans just be winning, right? They got a new Alden, Jinky's badass, they got an energy card, bro. Must be good to like Jinky and Alden. So fucking cool. He's my favorite character so far? Yeah, absolutely. And they said AI is bad. Also, let ChatGPT pilot is mine. Yep. I mean, his eyes are red, so so for Sibboleth it checks out, yeah, which is hilarious. But also because he was such a garbage villain in Will Dress, he's improved this time. Yeah. Yep. He was part of the reason Will Dress was what it was, but he's definitely redeemed himself. Which, Will Dress has done a really good job of redeeming a lot of these Will Dress characters, right? They've done an amazing job at that. And this is just another example of that. One of the best examples of it, because Jinky was definitely someone that they could have done a lot more with, and they just did not. Right? So I'm really glad that they did. Yeah, right. Like I actually like Masanori as well, right? So not gonna lie, Jinky is like better at Toya right now. Kinda, yeah. Even though we're the maker, all right, you're asking for too much. Divines is great and all, but I don't know if we can redeem Megumi. I don't know if that's possible. Come on, guys. Be for real. Be for real. Be for real now. Come on. Be reasonable. I don't know if that's possible. I'm kidding. Who hurt? Bro, uncalled for. I don't call him that. I'm just saying people call him that for some reason. I was like Bald Man always will. Says the Zorker player. Shocking. Jinky's wish is to protect all card fighters. I chuckled a bit, not mocking him, but that wish is so in character. Yeah. I like Matanori. He's awful, but he seems to have standards in what he's willing to do. Have to be an ultimate villain behind boards in season 1 of OG for to redeem her. They just have to make her not suck ass as well. Kill Dachi, yes. Yes, bro. That's how you redeem Megumi, bro. She just fucking runs him over with like a car or something. Or she fucking that, or like I guess you don't have to kill him. I guess you could just dump his ass. Oh, yes. Fucking show me a scene where like Danji calls and she just goes like, fuck this guy, right? And then we redeem Megumi. Also sure that they have new art for Megumi revealed. She has one new one with the art art from Cook Million. Yeah, she does. I was gonna show it, but I didn't feel like it was important. But yeah, she does have one. Who knows what that means? I think they're using it for merch also, but hey, who knows? Maybe that'll mean something in the future. I mean, when is the villain arc? I don't know about that. If we just forget about the 4 seasons of Megumi, Divine's Megumi is a nice character, I guess. She had a villain arc for like 3 seconds. Yep. Yep. I had an assessment required. That broke Wildress for me. Like, I already did not like Wildress, but that was just like the last straw. That like broke it for me. Like, I could not. The show was unredeemable after that. Has still not grown yet into G Camry level yet, not at all. Useless as G Camry, bro. About to time you out. Unbelievable. G Camry slander in the chat. Unbelievable. I mean, she may have something to reveal. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, they have the art for it now, so maybe they will. Seeing great on the card shop without Danji. Exactly. She has a job. She's thriving. Fucking more strides in her lane, bro. Get Danji away from her. I'm gonna call it Vanguard was more of an outburst. Yeah. It was just fucking angsty teenage hormones, honestly. Jumping for me because I hated OG Kamui before G. Yeah. I don't really like OG Kamui, to be honest, as much. His voice drives you crazy in both versions, but I just like Noble Grapplers. Made Urara. They made Urara and gave us more Zaxa. Wildress can't be the worst Vanguard anime. Yeah, because Urara and Zaxa were great in that series. Yeah, they totally didn't have stupid, pointless storylines at all in Wildress. Totally well resolved and well used characters. Danji shouldn't fix her villain arc? No, Danji should not be involved with her ever again, bro. He's toxic. G Kamui sleeves Ghidorah, the absolute spectacle of a beatdown. Oh, useless. I just said sleeves. Who's the worst simp? Asuka or Megumi? It has to be Asuka, unfortunately, because she's flat out about it. I cannot. You watch Legion review, my guy? I did not, but I don't know what you're referring to per se. But anywho, we're not done yet. We got more. So guys, the most overhyped character in the entire series. Yeah, she's whack. I only roughly like her because she plays Pale Moon, but I cannot stand her because her literal existence is just a simp over Rin, and she does nothing else. I cannot stand her, bro. What the fuck? Spoilers, bro. You should have been here earlier. I gave you a warning and everything. So you gotta show up to the stream on time, bro. What's up, Kuga? What do you mean? And I taking over the card fight with hard fight? Yeah. Oof. I want to use Sam as a well-dressed criminal, considering the dude is also in the CIA. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's probably because he's black. So I don't know if we'll see him come back because he's black. And that's not me being racist. It's other people being racist. Like, literally, when they first revealed Sam, there were instantly a bunch of tweets of people being racist. So I don't think Sam is going to come back, unfortunately. Hopefully he does. I would love to see him again, but I do not think he will.
Insert character worse than Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Asuka. Yeah, he's kind of a creep, huh? Maybe, I don't know. They might be on the same level. He at least does more, I guess. But yeah, he's one of the worst characters in Vanguard. Yeah, kind of not the best. You think who possesses one is Akina? We'll get into that in a bit. It's because he's American. He has no reason to go to JP. I mean, he does love. He's an otaku, so he does have a reason to get there. But yeah, it would be nice if he got involved, but especially since Jinky's involved. But we'll see. It's training and AI to play a game optimally, and people hate that the AI coaching. What's part about Wheelchairs and Megami is that she kept both grade 4 and math decks, I guess. She needs to do more work. Door learner, but I do not appreciate it. Yeah. But all right. We got the other bombshell here, which was that we revealed that during the first Fated Clash, someone was possessed by Sibyleth. Boom, boom, boom. What does that mean? A lot of people have been pointing to it's Akina, and I keep telling y'all they don't have the balls to get Akina. It's never gonna be Akina, bro. They don't have the balls to make their main character possessed or evil, bro. I know it happened one time in the original anime. Blah 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 blah. They're not gonna do it again, bro. They don't have any balls. Akina is just gonna be milquetoast. I am the heroist heroine of all time. I've never done anything bad in my entire life. They do not have any actual balls to make him into any sort of villain. I can guarantee you this with 110 million% certainty that it will not be Akina. And if I eat my words, I eat my words, right? But I can guarantee it for you. However, I feel like we already know the answer to this, which is crazy. My bet it was future Hikari. Well, funny you should mention that. Of course, it always goes to chat, which is always nice that it goes to chat first. Because then I don't have to worry about it showing other shit on screen, which is kind of nice. So, we already know that it's her. It's her right there. Officers, get her. It was her all along. Fun of means that it could be show, but that would be too easy. It'd be the big response if it was Gab. That'd be interesting. If it was Akina, then Curly has to do a 5-hour stream of Rotovisor. Sure. We know it was her. Because they did this thing, which when it happened, I noticed it, but then I didn't pay any mind to it afterwards. But here, you see Hikari, she starts ranting or whatever, and then she starts getting a heart attack or whatever, and then she touches the table and it glows red for some reason. Right? It just suddenly glows red as she's coughing, and then it goes away. The red just goes away. It's her. Officers, get her. It's her, bro. She's the imposter. Problem solved, bro. Get her ass. What you mean? What you mean you just glow red? You just start coughing with your COVID ass. Nah, bro. Get her. Get her, bro. Get her ass, bro. Unbelievable. The red could have. I thought the red meant that she was in danger. Nah, bro. This ain't Pokemon. The table doesn't have sentience. It could be Makoto, not gonna lie. They're not gonna make it Makoto. They're not gonna make lyrical evil. If they will never make lyrical evil. They don't have the balls to do that either. I thought that they was hold up, girl, about to have a heart attack. No, table don't give a shit about her. Murray Tiger Riccardi, but it makes the most sense. Yeah. I just thought the red meant that she was in danger. God, he's right. Yeah, I thought the red was a life alert thing. No. And it stops, right? It stops after a while. So, no, it's her, bro. It's her. That's her. Why else did they have a fight here in the thing, right? Why was it here? Why didn't they go to the Cook Million, fucking go to a Locos, go to Black Cat or whatever the fuck it's called? Why didn't they have the fight there? Why does it gotta be
here? Why did it have to be specifically in a specific area where the divine force is? Why'd she do that? Why didn't she have a fight somewhere else, huh? Why'd she have to drag everyone to the middle of the fucking woods just to fight your brother, huh? That's kind of sus, Hikari. That's kind of fucking sus. A guy in locals also theorized that Akina still has Keter Liel, and that screwed over the timeline at Cray. I don't know if that would really matter. But I don't know why him having a card would screw over the timeline in Cray, but I don't know. But she doesn't exist anymore, so the purple needs to possess someone else, which he already did, right? So apparently it is that Sibyl possessed someone in the original Fated Clash. Her officers get her. Then he went on to the next one after she fucking died. Sibyl maybe killed her, who knows? And then he went and possessed whoever is in the Destined ones, right? Who's obviously Kyon, right? Making lyrical evil would require Bushi to put focus into writing females characters and lyrical as a whole. Yep. And they will also means that they would have to draw lyrical girls as not just little girls in swimsuits or in schoolgirl outfits. They'll actually have to design something else other than that and make them look evil. And they will refuse to do that. So they won't do that. It just won't happen. If Bushiroad makes a lyrical villain, then something is wrong at Bushiroad headquarters. Yeah, something insane has happened. That is like end of the world kind of scenarios. That is literally venting right now. Yep. So this is the moment Sybil is planning to reverse the trap on Divine Force. Yep, and it's right before the final fight too. Because then after that, they have the last fight, and then that's when fucking Gabe tries to do his like summon jutsu, and it goes wrong. Her feelings was still venting, yeah. You know what? Sybil could have, since her traveling to the past and then use the opportunity to possess her. Even before that, bro, her whole Fated Clash could have been bullshit. The whole Fated Clash she did was bullshit. Because someone had said this in Reddit, where they were like, why would Gabe, right, this fucking plushie, why did the plushie have to do the Fated Clash a second time? Right? If he just needed to do it one time, do his like summon, whatever, he's a plushie, he can just possess another plushie. Why is it that he needed to do the Fated Clash again? Why did he need to do that again? Huh? Why would he give a shit about Hikari getting his wish? Why would he need to do it again if he already did it once? What was the whole point of that? Right? Because in that timeline, presumably, Sibyl didn't interfere, everything went as normal, Sho kills everyone, but again, he's a plushie, so it doesn't fucking matter. He was just possess another plushie, come in, summon whatever it was that he was doing. So why would he need to do it again? Because he didn't. He didn't, right? It was just Sibyl the whole time that maybe did that second Fated Clash to have her come back, maybe? I don't know. But that seems kind of sus to me. Why would they need to do it again? So just like he got him. Goth, metal singer, lyrical for villain. Yeah, if only. Would it be funny if future Hikari returned to fight her current self? Everyone keeps saying that. I don't know. I think Brawls was it that was saying that in the Discord. I don't like. I see the appeal of Liel versus Liel, but it just narratively it doesn't make sense to me why she would come back to fight her former self. Maybe because the area where it was collected was devastated by Bladmire's wish. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know if that really matters. So it doesn't matter. Funny that if Hikari doesn't change the timeline, saving the planet would never come true since Bladmire would have just killed everyone in the mountain with the void. True. If that's the case, yeah. But at the same time, right, it's either that's true, and then that confirms that the Gabe that we see in her timeline, the second one, is Siblith, right? Who just pulled the strings to make her do it again, right? Or it is it doesn't matter. Right? Because if Gabe survived, then like I don't know if it really matters. Oh. But yeah. So yeah. Officers get her ass. She a fraud. She's the imposter. Eject. Everyone vote. Everyone vote Hikari. Get her off the ship, please. So yeah. That is the
that is my revelation for today, which is hilarious considering that Pablo tried to gaslight us last time, saying that it was Hikari because like there was red in her eyes, and like that motherfucker was accidentally onto something. He accidentally was onto something.
That conveniently the faded ones were random people, but the dozen ones are all very specific people. Yep.
Yep. They didn't even show them, they were just random ass people, right? And she just happened to beat them all. Yep. So
I don't know how Stibliff was in a different timeline, right? I don't know if that's kind of needs explanation for my theory,
but still kind of sus to me. So through wires, she's clear. She's not clear, bro. Unbelievable. Vote Hikari, and then let's just immediately have another meeting. Vote Docs out. Unbelievable. He's an accomplice. He's the second imposter. Next wise, Dark says Leo talk about past, and Keto talks about future. Interesting. Which I guess kind of makes sense considering Baby Hikari is focused on the past. But
we'll maybe find out more next time.
For whatever reason, they reused this shot of Mikoto again. I don't know what that means, but yeah, we're gonna see the lyrical fight instead of the now fight, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I was always bad at that game. We'll see how this goes, and we'll find out what the new lyrical deck is like. Content, yep. What name was ever
revealed when it
read her flavor text? Yeah. Kind of sus.
Well, yeah.
Seems like we get Mikoto playing Dear Days again. Must be nice to play Dear Days online with extra features. Mikoto, man, must be great. Filler episode, damn, bro. Just because it has women? Heck, huh? Is that what you're trying to say? Just because it has women featuring it, it's a filler episode? Unbelievable. Mods, get his ass. Get his ass, mods. Mikoto might win, hopefully. Where are we? Yeah, she might win because Masanori lost. So it might mean that now loses? No, now might win, right? And then Akino loses. I feel like no matter who wins this episode, I lose. Oh no, I have to look at women. I have to look at two women playing with women cards. Damn, I'm at a loss. Apparently the barrel user in the anime's not Dear Days is the #1 ranked fighter. That online rival might be Yuna? Nah. Even if it is, it doesn't matter. She's playing lyrical, so she's not playing barrel. Women scare me. Fish fear you. Now he's gonna lose to make it 2-3 and make it a nail biter when Akino has to fight his sister. I feel like it's gonna be the other way around. I still think we're going with scenario B where Akino loses to Hikari, but then he has to fight Kyon for the tiebreaker. And the only way that happens right now is if Makoto wins. Right? Yeah, Makoto wins. And then now wins. So then we have them two winning. And then, well, Taizo won. We only have Sho and Masanori lose, right? So then Akino loses, and then we're 3-3, right? Or now loses. But I don't see a point in now or Hikari, sorry, Akino beating Hikari and then beating Kyon too. Like, I feel like they would at least do that, but at the same time, they don't give a shit about character growth and just have Akino be Superman. So we'll see. Point it is, Mikoto's definitely winning, and then either Akina or now is losing. Definitely not both of them. They're both not winning or losing. One of them is going to lose, one of them is going to win, no matter what. Play as God. Diva on Dear Days, though. The title is A Screen Love Forever Changing You. Bushiro's not even hiding it. Yep. Mikoto now won and Hikari mauled and beat Akina? You mean Mikoto now win and then Hikari might beat Akina, I guess is what you're trying to say? I'm just biased. I want Senka to win because she's using Messiah Jr.'s voice by Misaka's original voice actor in Vanguard. Yeah. I would like Senka to be an actual character, so if she wins, it would be kind of nice. We'll see. Now's first fight was a win, so I need her to take an L. Yeah, Senka's cool as fuck, yeah. Insert liking women is gay joke. Yep, exactly. Or insert... Oh... insert if you don't like watching women. But I guess that's not really a joke. That's sort of just what it is. But... he loses every not plot relevant fight. He literally only lost, what? The first fight he ever did in that one fight against Sho, which was just to make Sho seem more... He just jobbed the Sho to build him up so that he can lose to Kyon to build him up. So one more Magnolia and Love Address? Me too. Earlier is me seeing women versus women, right? Even though, I don't know. I say that, but I don't really care too much about this episode. I'm interested a bit, but I just don't like the new lyrical girl. But I don't know, maybe they'll change my mind. Hopefully my favorite one actually gets hard and aim lock support. This time and not another French chat, yeah. Base for wanting more Megan leverage dress, yeah. Boxstar unit in D series never lose their debut fight, so Hikari probably wins? Maybe? Everyone should lose the show. That'd be nice if they all lost, but again, they don't have the balls to do like a Doomsday scenario where the protagonists actually lose. Oh my god, and they have to suffer consequences. They don't have the balls to do that. So again, they only did that the first season, but that's because the first season was great, or the first series. But they're never gonna do that again. They don't have balls. But all right, you lost 30 times. Now I'll screen. Yeah, sure, because that counts. So you don't like lyrical cat girls? Crane police. This racial discrimination. I don't like lyrical cat girls when they do it the like 4th fucking time in a row. I was fine the first time, the second time, the third time. The 4th time is a bit much. Is my issue. If we had more episodes, we could see him losing maybe. Let's go. 16. Oh, American Only Matters. You have the roach, please and thank you. Yup, Maxi is indeed coming. Type C. Yeah, so we have the shop promos for August. These are coming up tomorrow, in 2 days, right? These are gonna start, and these are really good, right? The only dud in this is really this guy. All these other cards are really good, right? You can play 16 of these in a deck. I've yet to mess around with this, but this is ironically, I think, going to be the more expensive one. So try and get these in holo as soon as you can, because it's going to be really hard to get 16 of these in holo in the future. This sees a lot of play in Bloodmire. This actually sees play in Varga. You can actually use this in a lot of other decks. It also can use it in Spinal Marquis. This is a really good lyrical card. This card works in Dayusha, but also is a really good hero card. This is a really good blaster promo, and I really like this girl. So yeah. I already have one hollow bug? How the hell you already get it? We're in July. How the hell you get an August promo? Hello? That ain't right. No blurry? No blurry? I don't know if you're trying to say curly or blurry. No blurry? There's someone named Blurry? I don't know. It's okay. Common Shooter was used in the anime insert entry, I guess so. Blurry. Blurry. Oh, I can predict the Hero CC promo and Dino promo would be expensive as hell. I don't know about the Dino one. It might be. But yeah, definitely the Hero one. Like is out apparently, yeah. Wait. The type like yeah. I was just like so you did been blurry. Blurry here, yeah, I guess so. I guess I could unfocus my camera if that's what you guys want. Damn. Scuba Grace Dino support. I mean he's supporting any deck technically because you can play him with anything, but yeah, so just so you know, these are available. Either go to your shops to pick them up or stock TCG player. I wish you the best of luck either way. Also, these are out as well if you play Oracle Think Tank or Nova Grappler in what is just premium essentially because V is getting shot in the face. These are out as well. You can pick these up.
And I just have some slides here just from some events that are happening in Japan, which I thought were kind of cool. I don't remember what this one was about, but it doesn't matter because it's in Japan, and none of us here can compete, so I'm not even going to go over the details. The only part that really matters is that they're actually doing a mat for Florasia, which is insane because she's a promo deck. So it's insane that they made a mat for her. I would love to get this. So I just buy a Marlene trial deck and 4 local promos and bam, a playable deck. Jesus. Basically, yeah. The Verlano girl gets a mat. I want a Claudine one. You have a Claudine one. I want your Claudine one. 40 yen entry fee gets you a mat. This is an entry? Is that what you're saying? You get this for entry? I thought this was like... I thought these were the entry things, and I thought the winner gets the mat. Need a Buggle mat? Go ahead, draw it, bro. I had to draw it. Yeah, and it looks great. Give it to me. What the hell? Yeah, I know you drew it. That's why I want it. Yeah, I need to import this shit if that's the case, because that looks really nice. It's a really nice looking map. Second heaven spray. Damn. Just commission someone, buddy. Yeah, hopefully we can import these if that's the case. We sure as hell might not be getting these. There's also like a lyrical, I think, only tournament that they're having, but they have the Makoto energy generator, so we might get that in the future. It looks like there's a lyrical OT that we might get as a championship. Probably not. We'll see how that gets distributed. There's also a Vispo only tournament, which is really cool. They get like a energy card that looks really pretty. I like the colors a lot. Right, those are like my 2 favorite colors. the pink and purple, I love it a lot, which is why I really like Vispo. The matte, not so much. If this is the matte, this looks kind of fucking ugly if it's just all of them lined up. But really hoping we get Vispo, especially for set 4. That'd be insane, but who knows. Yeah Ready to get 16 quivers? Probably. Lyric OT is also a clone of the red OT. Yeah, I can see the red text here. Yeah. So, I don't know if that matters in any lyrical deck, but good to know. Is it true that the set 3 box hoppers are not a duplicate set? Set 3 box hoppers? Are they really? Oh no. Mr. Softy, of course. Thanks for coming to the stream with my guest host, Mr. Softy. Everyone give a round of applause for Mr. Softy making it to the stream finally. I was afraid they were not going to show up. How are you doing? Okay. Seems like they have nothing to say. They've left the stream. I don't know. I don't see I haven't seen a posting about the box hoppers for set 3. But maybe they revealed it a long time ago. We have to go get ice cream. Yeah. Ice cream or sign on right now, to be honest. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. I'll see if I can get like a IRL streaming equipment, and I'll just run to the Mr. Softy mid-stream and get some ice cream. Hey Sam, how you doing, buddy? Ice cream shop soundtrack on the background. Be right back, sure. Okay, can you get me while you're out there, Azim? Can you give me a vanilla cone with the cherry dip? There's the one that has the cherry dip with like the peanuts at the bottom. I don't know what that one's called, but I really like that one. I'll pay you back. Thanks. I've not had ice cream for over 2 years after finding out my blood sugar level was dangerously high. Damn, that sucks. I have, knock on wood, been gifted with not having that problem. I have a bunch of other health problems, but that is one of the ones that I don't have. We also have a new Brain Gate card over trigger, which is, I'm pretty sure, the red OT again, but for Brain Gate. And then we have a show energy generator. And then we have these that Bojan posted in the Discord, which are these insanely cute critical triggers. I think the way these work is that you get them for buying stuff on the store. You get one of these or something like that. Looks super pretty. Wish we could get them. God knows how we ever will. Bum, bum, bum. Let's show what is terrifying. I have generic predisposition to high blood pressure, get from my mom's side. Yeah, I had that originally, but it turns out it was just because of my kidney issues. So I thankfully no longer have high blood pressure. That shit sucked. I'm sorry you have to deal with that, Rich. I hope it's not affecting you too much. For health reasons, no ice cream nor watermelons. That sucks. Watermelons are good, especially if you have high blood pressure. Watermelons are really good if you have high blood pressure.
Well, yeah, that's that. Cause does watermelons have that much sugar? Interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're okay with fruit. Well, I'm not gonna comment. I'm not a doctor. All right. We can go into the later half here. Where now we can talk about the results. Cool, my phone has not been charging this whole time. That's great. That's absolutely great. There we go. Food is fine as long as I take it before 5 p.m. and only one food per day. Damn. That sucks. Perfect where we could all get ice cream? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll have like a 20.
I was gonna say 2K subscriber special, but yeah, maybe we can have a 20K subscriber special where we all go get ice cream from Mr. Softy. And I'll mail that out to you guys or something. No, that's ridiculous. Chickless ice cream belongs in hell. That doesn't count. Jeez. I mean, I guess you can maybe try frozen yogurt, but yeah. But yeah, here are the tops from the recent event in Japan. Shojoji is top dog still. Good luck getting him for set 3. Hopefully he's not crazy expensive. We got followed by Vargo, followed by Shiranui in 3rd place, I think for a 2nd time in a row. Followed by Leonard, who's seen a new resurgence. We got Raziel here, who's actually seen much higher placement than I expected. Bear Waifu down here. We got Bladmeyer, got Lutetia, and Michu and Dayusha, which is kind of interesting. Michu is not too shocking. Lutetia is not too shocking. Dayusha is a bit, but we have seen him propping up a bit. It's a solid deck. Pretty good. And people that mock Dragon Empire for 3 years? I mean, I don't know about all that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, starting from the bottom up. Here are your 13 through 16 from Block A. This event also had a Block B, but we won't be going over that in today's stream. We'll go over that on Thursday's stream because it's going to be too much. So we'll go over that then. But here is Block A. Yeah, we're seeing Kairi seeing quite a lot of usage here in his tops. Here is the Kairi list. This one's really interesting because it actually has the Sienna, the ride line, which is kind of wild. But yeah, the Sienna line says that what is it? It stops your opponent from rushing. I just forget how exactly. Like it punishes them from rushing. Kairi's so good into Nubatama. I guess since you bounce all your stuff, right? No. She's so much fun. Yeah, I really wanted to build her. I wanted to build her set 13 or local 4, I should say. But then I saw this coming out. I was like, I'll just wait. And then now I used up all of this damn card and all my other decks, and I don't really want to build Kairi anymore. Because I don't feel like moving these cards around anymore. This or bind who attacked? Pursuing every Kairi Cursory deck will have the generic Memory to Right line in Lyrical 5. I mean, this one doesn't, so I don't know. But it's kind of like standard, right? This list is pretty standard Kairi stuff, minus the ride line, which I like a lot. The aura is interesting, but other than that, pretty standard. Yeah, pretty standard stuff, right? I don't need Persuasion, I guess. I guess. Can I play like Bash Blonde or something? I don't know. I'll have to see. Because I have everything else, right? Because I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. I technically have this, but I'd rather not. I have this, I have this. I got to foil one of these, which is really nice. But, yeah. Empress are valid. Totally not copium. You don't even need Vash, honestly. Interesting. My girls are Persuasive free once we get to set 4. Zirko has an order pile as well. Yeah, there is sort of an order pile, I guess if you want to call it that, but you can't play a bunch of orders in Lurk because a lot of them are good. As you can see here, we actually have one that has the Ballista line instead, which is kind of interesting, which is kind of somewhat standard for most lyrical decks. Frenchette is what's missing, honestly, yeah, which is very shocking. That I have a bunch of extra copies of I can put in. But yeah, no Frenchette pink in either of these lists. Look at grade 4 deck with a good grade 1 searcher. Yep, absolutely insane grade 1 searcher, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty solid list for the most part, pretty standard as well. Anti-trigger grade 3. I don't know about the anti-trigger grade 3 is part of lyrical pile, to be honest, but those are just generics. We can't just call, you guys gotta stop just calling everything that's a generic pile. they're similar, but they're not exactly the same. When has Kyrie not used? When has Kyrie not used things outside of her archetype? If it's her nation is just living in it, yep. Essentially. But I don't know, I'll give it a shot maybe. Want Friendship Fairy? I wish Friendship Fairy was as good as Jasmine. Me too, especially considering how bad Friendship Fairy is. Here is a Kyoka list. Bowling for Sagra is literally lyrical tetrafalt, even the price point. I mean, it's also because it's a cycler. But yeah. Here's the Kyoka list, which looks pretty much standard from what we've seen. The Elaine here is an interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about it, but sure, why not? Other than that, it's all pretty standard. We unfortunately dropped the grade 3. We don't play any of the old Kyoka. And then yeah, it's just kind of standard stuff. We hard play the grade 1 from set 2. Maybe we play 4 of each order. That seems to be the list that has been propping up. I thought I could have swore I looked at the Herminia list, but I guess I forgot to get a screen grab of it, unfortunately. But I know I have it in my, like, the PDF file that I use for this, but I don't have it here for some reason. When I get another set of French sets, I have so many French sets, it's not even funny. And I might get another set, but I have so many of them. I have so many of them. The guy who got 4 tests for $1 each for set 12, so I have these days. Me. Inspired with my little eye jet buff. Unfortunately, quick skip the jet. No. Might actually end up going about it. Explain the chaos. Chaos is chaos. There's nothing really to go over. Unfortunately. I don't know why that was there. Here is the Ballista list. The base set and the SR set in Chris Rain. Yeah, I have like 4 of the base set. I got so many of them. Like, because I had a lyrical split. I bought 4 from someone that got a case, and I bought like 8 online, and then I bought a playset of the SRs. So, is that Raziel? Was it Raziel? Yeah, there is one Raziel there. I think that's the only one that managed to make it, at least from the A side. But here's a Wallista list, which is playing the Stegria, which is interesting, as well as the French set. They're playing this new card that I guess is Wallista support. Unfortunately, I don't remember what it does off the top of my head. I guess we can check really quickly, because I have CFA open. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I think it's a grade 2. Nope. Looks similar, but it's not that. It was a grade 2, right? No, it's a grade 1. Whoops. Boom, boom. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. So your opponent is grade 3 or greater, and if you played a gem, this gets 5k. So it's a 13k booster. And at the end of your turn, if you have a Wallista Energy Blast, retire this, use a grade 3 Wallista or a gem from a drop added to your hand. Yeah, that's pretty good. That makes sense. I would play that as a 4 of as well. For 13k booster can cover the gem, yep. Other than that, pretty standard list. I'm kinda want to pick up Wallista again, but I have to see if I have all these cards to make sure they're not in like a different deck is the problem. That's the Wallista list. Unfortunately, we will look at the Chrono Jet list. Since you guys indulged me and looked at a bunch of lyrical lists with me, we'll look at this Chrono Jet list. I'm glad we have Elvira and Vash back together. Yeah, me too. Remember when Lista was the worst lyrical deck? Yeah. Good times. Not really. But here's the Chrono Jet list. It is a list. Interesting, they only play 1 of this guy now. That's crazy. But kind of makes sense. They're playing this, which is kind of wild. I'm seeing this played. I guess the only thing they use energy for is this to justify it. And I think you only discard from this. That's crazy, especially considering they only play one of this. But yeah, very interesting for the most part. I guess you can also use it off of this for ride, right? So I guess this card does work. I want to get like 20 of this, but we'll see. It's a list. Yep. I have all those triggers in that rarity. I think I do, except for the heal. I don't think I have the heal. I have the crit and the I have both crits essentially, but I also have the front. The front in like the SR or whatever it's called. My card, I'm playing the triple R grade 1 from the set because you can just draw one with it, and it also gives you energy, which you can use for some of the other cards, I guess. Alright, not the crit, dang. No festival set order. Do they play that? No draws, fronts are interesting, makes it tankier, I guess. Yeah, Pablo notoriously plays like fucking 5 front Chrono Jet or something like that. But yeah, fronts are solid. I mean, you get some good draws from in-engine and stuff. Helps you not deck out also, I guess. But yeah. Just realized the Jet can get away with running 2 GD now. Yeah, I mean, you can just cycle it, I guess. And I guess you don't need it as much. I don't know. Well, yeah, very interesting list. Chrono Jet is getting very interesting, and because it's playing a lot less 4-ofs. Just throwing a bunch of 10 cards, but yeah. Set order is good until set 3 because the new grade 1 is a free draw and non-RNG so energy charge, I guess is what you said. Sorry, the heart is nowhere. But yeah, I don't know if the set order is really worth it personally. I wouldn't play this. I would maybe play a list similar to this, honestly, if I were to somehow go to the dark side and play Chrono Jet. Energy, okay. Yeah, I just didn't see that because of the heart. A lot less 4-ofs in my kind of deck, essentially, yeah. Oh, it actually finished. That's crazy. That song actually finished. I mean, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Ooh, man. Alright. Blood Destiny maybe for a bit? Yeah, some Blood Destiny for a bit. As we finish looking at the rest of these lists here. Starting to the dark sets Kyrie now. It's already generics. I mean, yeah. At some point, we just have to accept that generics are going to be playing in a lot of decks. It just is what it is. Which is a good thing, right? We can't complain about generics, honestly. Because either we get generics that everyone uses, or we just get cards that only one deck can use, right? So, I think that this is the better of both evils. But yeah, that's the Jet list. Here is the Welcher list. Which I'm guessing the promo isn't available yet. I forgot this has lyrics. So let's go into this instead. Or maybe this. This one's a bit too hype, but it's fine. Especially for what we're doing. That generics made deck building more expensive, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say it's not an issue, but I don't think we should not have generics because they're expensive. I feel like there's a way to fix that issue without not making generics, you know? I don't think we should reduce card quality just because cards are expensive. I feel like you should just make the cards be more accessible. Right? No cute dog guy yet. Sad. Yeah, I could have swore that came out already, but I guess not, judging from this list, because it would have instantly been played. But you know, looks pretty typical. I really don't like Brigina. I like Brigina and I like her art, but I don't like her in Welcher at all. Super shocked that people keep trying to play the trolley. When set 4 comes down, which cards would you remove for the promo in set 4? I am gonna get rid of this. I guess people will be getting rid of this. I play 4 of this, but I guess they'll get rid of 4 of this for the new promo. And then I guess I would play like the grade 1 girl. Personally, I would probably like drop Brigina maybe. For the grade 1 promo. People are thinking of dumping Bobamine, which I feel is just like insane. Honestly, absolutely insane. But maybe there's some truth to it. Getting two things to worry about is that good. Damn, I hate playing against this deck. We're still here, but it's all my friends outside. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Stray friends.
If it makes you feel better, I hate
playing this deck because it makes me want to unalive myself whenever I brick. Like, I love playing Welster and I really like the deck and I love Taizo, but I just cannot play this deck because I get so depressed when like things don't go right. Because like when shit hits the fan in this deck, it is the worst feeling ever. When stuff goes good, it feels like the best game in the world. Like you feel so good, so powerful. But when things go wrong, bro, I just don't want to play Vanguard anymore. Like there are times where I just don't want to play. Just don't break. So that's why my builds are usually like focusing on like consistency and stuff, because like it drives me crazy. Definitely break that game, yeah. Did like go toe to toe with this Flagberg? I mean, yeah, they can't really guard 3 or more cards. They don't really have a hand. Also streamed with Energy Blast, Counter Blast, and Soul Blast. So using character with Taizo, the guy who wants everything in life. Yeah, I really loved. I don't know if I mentioned that or ranted about that, but I really like that they touched on that in that episode. Why is my Kyoma character? Why is my Kyoma character? Nani? Going up here to 5 through 8, a little bit more of the standard stuff. We got heroes here, which is basically the list that I would run essentially for heroes. It's essentially this, right? I might. I don't know how much more of this I would play, but this is essentially the list I would play verbatim, right? These exact ratios for the most part. Where? Okay, gotcha. Want to see the Michu list? Michu list? Sure, I can pull that up. I don't have that one here specifically, but we can look it up. HH. Oh, okay, I actually picked it right. Okay, cool. Get the Kaiju Mama, as everyone has been calling her. Don't ask. I mean, I guess we could. I don't feel like the list is going to be any different than it has been. Here's the Michu list. I feel like this is also basically what I would play. I've been seeing a lot of Eureka, but I would probably play 3 Eureka and play 4 of this. I don't know. They're playing 2 of this, 3 of this. I would at least play 3 of this. I don't know about these order ratios. But other than that, this sounds about right. Yeah, you don't need as many of this anymore. You need to play this to put stuff back. You can also play that grade 1 at Soul Blast. I would probably play that instead, maybe, but I don't know. I've played the deck since Alerico 3, so I'm so dusty. Yeah. The deck is pretty gas, to be honest. It's pretty gas right now. You went from having a soul issue to having too much soul and not knowing what to do with it. It's crazy. This card is insane. I can't highlight it. This card is insane, to be honest. But yeah, all you really need to do is just get the new cards. You use a lot of the old cards, which is good as well. You don't really need the promo if you don't have it, honestly. It's just an extra name, but here it doesn't matter because you're only playing 5, right? So you can very easily get away with just 4 copies of this. I was playing, I think, 4 of this, 2 of this, but you can make more space for other stuff. Yeah, the Right Skipper is insane. It's insane. And it's like a common or a rare, which is absolutely crazy. What makes JoJo so good right now? It mainly has a really good matchup into Shiranui because it can just vamoose its rear guards mid-battle, so they can't dominate. But it also has the ability to get a lot of attacks. It can use the Bind Soul and Soul as a resource. It can deck thin a lot. It can also use PGs to guard. So it has a lot going for it. Yep, it also has stupid fast arrow rush. It always had that, but now it has it even better now. It can rip a card from your hand. Yep, that's true. And it can also guard from Bind Zone and also use PGs from Bind Zone. And Stealth Ride. Ride Land to stop Shiranui. Yeah, it's like a ninja to stop a ninja. But Ek wanted to look at the Kaiju Mommy.
which is from the same team, I guess. Did I look that one up? What else did I look at? No, it was the Zorga list. Let's see. Oh, it's right there, actually. I stopped looking at these because they're all kind of the same thing, honestly. UWF. I'm interested in playing this deck, but yeah, it's just all the lists kind of look exactly the same. Yep, it's kind of just, this is the list that I'd basically play. I don't know if I would play this guy. I fucking hate this guy. I might end up playing. I was messing around with the grade 1 from set 12, I think it was, or 11. But other than that, yeah, I would basically play this exact same thing. I would probably just maybe not play this, maybe play something else. I don't know. I guess it's not so bad because you do have a lot of grade 2, so maybe it works better in this deck, and it gives you soul. But I don't know if you really need that much soul. I guess you use that soul for this, but yeah. Yeah, the Shadow Risk crit. Yeah, they use Boulderade here because you always have the set orders, right? You always have 2 of them. It becomes a 15k booster, it goes to soul, and you can add any of these monsters, essentially, right? So I guess that's fine. It's a King Kong to compete. Compete the crossover, that'd be funny if they do that. But I think it should probably just end up having a King Kong Kaiju, to be honest. That is the list. That was too fast. I can put it back up. Godzilla where? Godzilla is the they already got Godzilla. Godzilla was a double rare from the first wave of support. Here's the Zorga list, real quick. Did they cut Godzilla? Yeah, they cut Godzilla. They don't play that anymore. Rider's never good. We'll use this guy as Godzilla instead, right? He's way better. Gonna kick Kong's ass anyone because he's just a fucking monkey. So I could be scared about a fucking monkey, bro. Come on. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting Zorga list, as is all of them. So we got ourselves here 2 Coffin Shooter. They got the Watermelon Blitz Order. And they got this girl, which I've been seeing a lot. Because it lets you soul charge whenever she's called from drop. It gives them soul. Of course, no Roman Prison Dragon, because they're allergic to consistency. Okay, Freezer, relax. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, they went way too many order, no Prison Dragons, yeah. This is interesting. I don't know what's up with that. Why you really need the Angel Ladder, but I guess it does work. Pretty interesting. I also don't feel like you need that many different orders, right? You can play more of the same order, but yeah. That's Zorga. And finally we have 1 through 4th. Kind of a lot of the same slob of decks that we've seen, right? The Shoujo Doji list basically look the same, the Varga list look the same, Shiranui list look about the same, right? So I didn't bother looking at pulling any of those up. If you guys like, we can take a look at it. But yeah, most orders I run is 10. Really, it's just 9 plus the Blitz. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I don't see the point in High Under. I mean, I guess because you have more options, but I don't know if it's really worth it. Oh man, I had looked up the. I really fucked up. I dropped the ball because I had looked up the Valena list. I don't know why I don't have it here all of a sudden. Hold on. I'm missing the slide for some reason. But yeah, because I had the Hermia list, but I missed that also. And I had a Valeno. I looked at the Valeno list also, but I just don't have it here for some reason, which is very strange. But here's the Valeno list. It's pretty standard, honestly. Pretty standard for all the Valenos, which I think is the right call. Only 3 of this guy is interesting, but it kind of makes sense to an extent. Playing this makes sense. This all kind of makes sense to me. I like playing draws instead of fronts in the deck because you have no early game. So this kind of helps out a lot. Let's go.
Damn. Damn, why you gotta do that to her? I need to get this at 2 support. I forgot. Oh my god, yeah, yep. Yeah, this guy's like FR, he's like $10 right now, so GG's if you're trying to get him. Because I just bought 2 of them for like $8. Hopefully it went down. More first forever fun enemy, good. I can use another wave of 3 new units to cut most of the dumb grade 2% one. Read it to me. I need FFRs. Yikes, good luck. Yeah, maybe instead 5 dolls and Valena will get some good support. That's that. And we have the winners here. So the way that works is like this was the top 16 cut, and then they have a single elimination tournament, and these were the winners. So the team that we looked at, the Welsh journalists here, with the Shoujo Doji and the Barrel Waifu, they got 4th. The team with the Zorga that we looked at, they also had the Kairi and the Leticia. They actually got 3rd. And then the list with typical shit that I did not look at got 2nd here. And finally, 1st place was actually the Kairi and the Herminia list that we had looked at earlier, which is kind of wild. Herminia actually got 1st place here, along with the Kairi. So you can't say one of them got carried. This was the Kairi list that had the Willistalon. Here is the Shoujo Doji list, which is pretty much just 4 of all the self cards, right? It's a typical list for the most part. And then here's the Herminia list, which has kind of been standard since Lyrical 1. They're just using 3 of the new card. The girls are carrying the himbo. Damn right. Damn right. Gonna play this game because it's 400 to blow every month. Let's do Yu-Gi-Oh! Unfortunately, but all the JP winners being in the 30s, I like that. Yeah. They used to have a lot more kids that played the game. We might see that with Koto Koto. I don't know how well that project is working out, but yep. They used to have a whole division, like a senior and like junior division. I mean, the Yu-Gi-Oh kids that just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't really care too much, but once they hit like 11, yeah, then they start caring. Have you grown adults, working adults that have disposable income? Yeah, for the most part. That's why stuff like the Virginia product is really good, because kids can actually just buy that and start playing the game, right? Man, that's all I got. Kids play as the Pokemon TCG, yeah. Yep, and that's why they are the best TCG, because they have the they got the kids. Once you have the kids, you have the parents' money, and it's a wrap, right? Kids have unlimited time to spend on your card game. So one of the problems Vanguard has is that they only have fucking old ass people like us playing the game. We don't have that much time. We have a bit more money than the kids do, but we have other expenses. So oh. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to call us all old. Sorry about that. Kids don't have unlimited cash. They don't, but their parents do, right? And they will do anything to get their kids to shut the fuck up. So they will be forced to use their parents' money, who also don't have unlimited cash, but they have a limited time. So 126, so you're getting there. Yeah, it must be nice to be 20 something years older than younger than me. Oh man, we're gonna turn and say 26 is old, bro. You're a baby still. I don't even think you're allowed to rent a car. Right, kids play Pokemon TCG in Fortnite. Nah, they can do whatever the hell they want. I'm gonna buy the trial deck that has the mermaid in the bikini. Yeah, I mean, we don't have that as a trial deck, so at least there's that. But yeah, not to say that Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have like fucking tits all over the place, but yeah. You just turned 29, you're old? Nah, you're not 30 yet. Once you're 30, that's when you're old. That's when you can say you're old. You're not old, but that's when you can say you're old. If you're still in your 20s, no. 31, beat that. Yeah, I'm older than you. No, I got you beat. Unfortunately, I have the Ricky body. Weak knees to prove it. Thursday is my 28th birthday, so I'm looking forward to that stream with everyone. Nice. Okay, but I will try to remember. But if I don't, happy early birthday. I just turned 28 in June. No, y'all fine. You're not old yet. You got like a couple more years before y'all can be old. Y'all can be old timers. You guys got a lot. You got a lot going for you. Once you turn 30 though, then that's when shit hits the fan. You can give up. People think I'm 24 though. Yikes, yeah. I mean, I kind of get that sometimes. People think I'm like, I think most people think right now I'm like 26 or something like that. I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. You guys will be fine. I am starving. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That again. Which I got into Vanguard early in my 20s too. Me too. Me too. I had a chance to get into Vanguard as soon as it started, but I did not. And I kind of regret it, but at the same time, I started with Standard, and I feel like I enjoy the game a lot more. The way I got into it, had I started it when I did, it would have been a kind of lonely experience, and I probably would not have liked the game as much. So. I literally just thought Curly looks like he's still 26, 27. I appreciate that, but I hate to break your fantasy. I'm definitely not that. I'm way older than that, unfortunately. How much money did my parents spend on Max Steel figures? The hell are you buying Max Steel figures for? Oh, yeah, I wish I only got one Bionicle. Yeah, these things were quite expensive though. But alright, that'll do it for today. I think I will probably go and have some Taco Bell, or see if I can chase down to Mr. Something. Probably not, because he's long gone.
We missed out on the golden eras of PGs being
double rares. Yeah, man, we missed out on so much. We missed out on Chaos Breaker. We missed out on
being in the middle of the V reboot. We missed out on fucking Spectral Duke being insane. We missed out on the release schedule being all fucked up.
It was not good times, yeah. But yeah, we'll call it here. We'll be back. $15 PGs. I mean, we had experienced that pretty much in Standard, to be honest. But yeah, we'll be back Thursday. We will wish Bojang happy birthday. We'll talk about Impaldino, which hopefully broken as fuck. We'll do some Alden testing. We'll look at part B of this as well. Since I just didn't have any time, there's so many slides today. And we'll talk then. If not, we can talk in the Discord. Again, having a tournament Friday if you guys want to join. And other than that, I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. And I'll see you when I see you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one. Thrifty Giz is Rotovisor Gaming. Ek really wants me to play Rotovisor. Fine, we'll do Rotovisor on Sweet Bojang. You're gonna get on CFA and we're gonna fight for your birthday.